Hey buddies, welcome to Video Games Awesome Live. This is the Game Awards live commentary. Watch it with us.
Hello, nerds!
Hello. Hello, nerds. That wasn't actually Joel McHale. So this year's Jeff, whatever.
Jeff Keighley?
No, Joel McHale was co-hosted with Jeff Keighley. I have to do a quick.
Okay.
Hey buddies, tune in right now. We're watching the Game Awards on Twitch. You're gonna have to sync it up though with the YouTube stream. YouTube has like a DVR functionality that you can pause to sync it up with us. So I'll link to our show on Twitch, and I will also link to the official Game Awards show on YouTube right now. Tune in and sync up your stream. We'll have pixelated on ours, and you can watch on yours, and we'll watch it together. See you there.
See ya.
Can you start titling that and put it up for me?
I can never say anything in those.
No, I don't let Becky say anything.
No, I smile.
Alright, I just gotta... So, that's your tip too, guys. Everybody go to the official Game Awards stream on YouTube. YouTube specifically, because you'll be able to pause the action as it happens. You'll be able to pause their stream so that we can catch up with you. So that you aren't, like most shows where we've tried to do something like this, whether it be a Nintendo Direct or an E3 stream where we pixelate the stream, often you guys are ahead of us because we're broadcasting you with a delay, in addition to us not being able to refresh our stream because people will go out of sync, etc. So I think YouTube will be... Yes, you may link the YouTube, Radian.
Is that okay?
No, just post it because I'm going to be doing all the editing once you get it on here. I'm just waiting for it.
I'll hit publish.
Okay. So it begins. How long? We got 4 minutes to get the YouTube announcement. I should have done
13,
a little
17,
bit earlier.
13, 16, 17 seconds remaining. 16, 14, 13, 12.
Anybody who wanted to watch it with us knew to tune in anyways, though. This is. I don't consider these to be shows. These are like little bonuses where, you come and you hang out with us. It's not a show. It's just us hanging out with you. So I don't really care too much.
It's pixelated on the turbo stream as well.
Yes, it's pixelated everywhere. It wouldn't be right. It's not like a Nintendo Direct or an E3 where those are essentially just advertisements put on by the company so that you can in a way they're meant to be rebroadcast. They're meant to be rehashed and talked about. Whereas the Game Awards is put on this time by Jeff Keighley out of his own pocket, supposedly.
Yeah. Because
he's gotten rid of Spike, or he's just... Spike's not into it anymore, and thank God, because we're not into Spike. And so this is like a production put on by Jeff Keighley, which, despite my misgivings about him in the very early years when I started getting into this whole streaming, and I didn't know Jeff Keighley, I only knew... why can't I think of the two names?
Victor Lucas?
Victor Lucas locally, and then I was on a show with him. I was interviewed by him. And he just retired. I'm just waking up.
You're not talking about Leo Laporte.
No.
He didn't retire.
No.
Victor Lucas and...
He was on G4. As if nobody's coming in here with it. Anyways, the thing was, Sessler. Thank you, Sticky Salsa.
Oh, thank you.
Seriously, just soaking in the coffee right now. The thing is with Victor Lucas and Adam Sessler is whenever I try to think of one name, I get fucked up and think of the other name all the time. And this time I couldn't think of either.
We shared a cab with Victor Lucas. That was the highlight of my life. Had a pretty sheltered life.
Our stream. Official stream. So anyways, Jeff Keighley, back on that topic, I remember my first, because we're Canadian, I didn't watch much Jeff Keighley, because we didn't have Spike, but he's been in the industry for a long time.
He's Canadian.
Jeff Keighley is Canadian?
Yeah.
I didn't even fucking know that. How'd you know that? Where?
research.
So what did it like?
Sometimes.
But
he
he
grew up in
never.
Toronto.
But he was never on. Oh yeah, I think I do remember that. Because the first time I realized that was when Joel McHale made fun of him. Because haha, when you're with a Canadian, that's the first thing you say.
What are you talking about?
Which is funny because he wasn't on anything like Canadian.
No.
Like, and that's why, like, so Canadians kind of don't know him until, like, the internet age came around and he started doing stuff with game trailers. Mm-hmm. But the more I hear him speak, the more I realize how much Jeff Keighley actually gives a shit about the industry and how passionate he is.
He really does seem to care.
He does. And
like, he's been doing these award shows since 2007, I think.
Yep. And I remember my first experience with Jeff Keighley was the screenshot of him with Doritos and Mountain Dew, and he was on game trailers, the big one, you know. And so from that point forward, I was just like,
did you see his interview
poser,
with
Jeff Keighley,
Angry
poser.
Joe in 2010?
No.
It might turn you off again.
Oh, I remember that. No, that was
so.
I remember that.
Yeah.
No, that was all looked pretty interesting. Joe was kind of harassing the guy because he was demanding like an invite and stuff, and then Jeff Keighley said, "Yeah, you can come down." And then he like on the red carpet though, when Joe tried to like get an interview,
they said that they were gonna get him a sit-down interview, and then
he didn't.
He came and said, "You have 2 minutes. Ask me questions. 2 minutes."
If Joe was after me, I would try to avoid him too. If he was trying to grill me on stuff,
I thought it was
Oh, here's some music. I hear it.
Good and bad, like on both ends. I don't know.
I remember seeing it, and
Joe.
that was one of my initial things with seeing Jeff Keighley as well. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's not just black and white. Like,
very true.
Joe is an aggressive guy. Like, and he was on a mission that year because he wanted to take Jeff Keighley to task.
Yeah.
For the previous year's Game Awards.
Yeah.
Rightfully so, because, like, I mean, I've wanted to, like, I think all the Game Awards up to this point have been shit shows.
The thing is, I think that Jeff Keighley really wants it.
And that's the thing. And that's
better.
Knowing
Otherwise,
that,
he wouldn't be doing that.
Now knowing that, like, when you hear the guy talk about what he's wanted these Game Awards to be for so long, now you realize why, like, you know, it felt unfair that Joe was going after him. And it's not Joe's fault either, like, who you take to task, except for the front man, like, the guy who's behind it. Kind of producer / host, but Jeff Keighley's had this tug of war battle in a way for the longest time with bringing it to the popular forefront to get viewers because TV wants viewers. Mm-hmm. But at the same time,
like brought in the celebrities like Samuel Jackson last year.
So he's been wanting it to be legitimized, but at the same time, you need it to be a big event.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, even though I want this to be like, the thing is, there's already big Game Award shows that are more legitimate than the Game Awards, like that developers prefer. Like the developer, what's DICE stand for? The DICE Awards, which is like
developer, indie, creative, eccentric.
I don't even know. I've never actually watched them, but they're pretty suit and tie, and they're all about the developers.
Speaking of suit and tie,
oh yeah, Baby
look
Hack.
At Turbo Buddy.
Turbo Buddy.
No, I put that. Oh, well, nah, whatever. Do whatever you want. They're not dry.
Well, I don't like that he's just sitting so close to the couch. I want him to move over.
Oh. He's wearing a tux, man.
I like it.
So cute. I just made him today.
He's got a red cummerbund.
Yeah. He got all classy. I feel so dressed down next to him.
So, we got a little bit of music going on in the background. It's not gonna, you guys, I'll turn it up for a second to see if you guys can, I don't think you're going to be able to sync up with that. It's very quiet. Let me see if it might be my fault. How loud is the volume on here? No, it's just very quiet.
Oh,
I hear something.
It's live now on the PlayStation. So it should start soon. Design, innovative, communicate, entertain. Thanks, Simon.
you go, guys. You can hear a little bit.
Started.
Here we go.
Tickets were $45 to this.
Down in Los Angeles. It's decent. If you're in Los Angeles.
Or if you're at the Sony experience thing.
A Shiggy quote at the
In
beginning?
Vegas. It's in Vegas, sorry.
That's cute. It feels a little muddy, doesn't it? All this.
Are there two people? Are we hearing two things?
I feel like we got two streams going.
No, it's...
Yeah, I've got two streams going on my end. Just let me fix that, guys. Or you guys can keep watching your streams. It started up on the other tab.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Alright. Just a reminder, guys. You shouldn't be able to hear the stream very well on our stream. You should be syncing it up with the official stream on YouTube.
Entertain us, and they're only getting better.
Yeah, they are.
Is that Jeff Keighley's voice announcing this at the beginning? That
Tonight, we celebrate where games have gone in 2014, and where they and we will go next. This is our world, our fantastically varied world. Here, tonight, everyone's invited, and we, each one of us, are all together, united by our love for video games.
Yeah, I love video games too.
I love video games. Video games. Video games. Who is this?
Mozart.
Does anybody recognize the guy on the piano?
Martin Long.
Sounds like they have audio issues for the stream. You could hear an MC, but it's not coming over the stream. Kind of a sparse looking crowd, isn't it? Like,
I don't know, it's looking at the setup.
Cute opening, yeah, sure.
Koji Kondo?
An opening that ensures that it'll be flagged even in the background on this one. Like the very faint sound. So this guy is Koji Kondo. Lino Bro says, not a fan of Koji.
Oh.
I could tell. The guy looks like he's probably an asshole. Like, I don't understand.
Very nice music, buddy.
That was cute. Yeah, they got, it sounds like some issues getting the MC to hit the stream mic. Oh, Reggie's kicking it off.
Interesting. He's part of the panel.
He was part of the panel of judges?
I think so, yeah.
How many?
Ahead of all the companies. He's on it.
We're all about celebrating our industry and our fans at the Game Awards 2014.
I think it's pretty incredible how far we've come that a robot can actually host an award show.
I know, right?
For many of you,
Or at least
It
give
looks
the
so
keynote
real.
opening. Yeah.
some of your
Pretty real.
special
A
game
bit of uncanny valley happening there, but...
Yeah.
I know I'll never forget the nights I spent adventuring and solving puzzles in The Legend of Zelda.
I did that too!
Me too. I remembered
Games have
that.
the ability to bring us together, to show us new experiences, and to most of all, to bring us joy. This shared love of games is what has brought us all together tonight. And why
That was an
we at
intense look.
Nintendo will continue to keep working to make great experiences, whether you're a lifelong fan or just starting to play games for the very first time. We're proud of the games we've launched this year, and more on the way. I'm honored to be joined on the stage by the legendary Koji Kondo.
For those coming in on the Twitch stream that are confused what's going on, can I have somebody who knows what's going on in the Twitch stream continuously? Oh, they are. They're educating people that come in.
Thank you, guys.
Incredible music compositions from Mario, The Legend of Zelda, and many other Nintendo titles, including next year's Mario Maker, for which he will be acting as the
Mario Maker's gonna be fun.
and sound director.
Reggie's clearly a robot. Look at him.
Mr. Kondo, on behalf of everyone here in Las Vegas and those watching online around the world, let me just say,
You can hear the stream as clearly as you can hear me. Let me try to...
so, you're probably wondering what's next for Nintendo.
Becky and I aren't both going to wear headphones, so that's the best I can do. Really? Super clear? I would say this is super clear. That's super
And
clear.
even Captain Toad Treasure Tractor, which
That's
launched
how
today.
a show and trailer sounds.
We can't think about 2000.
I don't think this is super clear. It's echoey and it's in the background. I think we're louder.
Let's head to Japan to hear from a very special friend.
It's the best I can do.
Miyamoto?
World premiere.
Do you think it is?
Hello, everyone.
World premiere of what kind of game?
Yes, here we are starting to look ahead to next year. In 2015, we are continuing to expand the world.
Well, this isn't a world premiere. We know this was coming.
Yeah, it's true.
Amiibos, we knew these were coming.
I'm especially excited about
We knew this was coming.
2015 because we will be delivering a number of titles
Papa Miyamoto.
emphasize the system's unique
He
features.
sounds tired.
2015 is
Well,
also a special
You'd be tired too if you were trying to talk in your non-native language.
30th anniversary of when
Ohayo gozaimasu.
Pretty laborious.
Watashi wa Blobeck.
right now we are
Becky
developing
Blow
Mario Maker
Beck.
with which
I forget it.
animation is
I'm not listening to you anymore. I'm watching Shigura.
And we are the act of creation itself is fun.
Star Fox might be it. They hinted at that at
What
E3.
will be a perfect fit for the 30th anniversary. Today we are happy to share some new details. Let's take a look.
Alright, so we knew this was coming. Oh! I don't know if we knew this. Did
No.
we? No, we knew this. We knew that you could make it in... Yeah, we knew that you could...
I didn't see the setup. Like, I don't know.
What I couldn't remember is if they made it clear that you could do it with New Mario and Super
Oh,
Mario,
yeah, I
Super
think
Mario
they did.
World. This is going to be pretty amazing.
I can collect every coin.
This was really smart of them to make.
Yes. Oh. Ooh. Holy shit, yeah. That's good stuff.
I would like to see Mario levels that are done in the style of Super Meat Boy. Super hard levels that are like the size of one screen.
Uh-huh.
Get from point A to point B.
That would be interesting.
And when you die, you go back to the beginning. You die, you go back, and you just try over and over and over again.
I'm very excited to see what everyone creates with Mario Maker. And who knows, one day Mario Maker may become a popular series of its own. I think you can tell 2015 is going to be really fun for Wii U and Nintendo 3DS owners. I hope you are all having a great time watching the Game Awards. Until next time.
Oh, you bastard.
I love him.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That wasn't a world premiere, though.
No, it wasn't.
We already knew about Mario Maker.
Right, welcome everyone to the
2014. I'm Jeff Keeling. What an awesome opening with Koji Kondo and Ricky Kisame from Nintendo. We'll hear much more from Nintendo throughout the show. Welcome to the Game Awards. This is something completely new I'm doing this year. We've got the entire game industry here in the room, and
The entire game industry.
and it's an amazing energy. Now, this is a different kind of show for me. It's going to be a little bit.
Watch out for the movie industry terrorists.
A lot about celebrating games and the incredible game developers that have made some amazing games this year in 2014, and also some incredible games that we're going to preview for 2015 and beyond. We've got a lot of amazing surprises. We've got some great world premieres of upcoming titles that you'll see throughout the night. And of course, we've got a lot of awards. We've got our brand new game award right here, made by the folks at Weta Workshop. You can check.
Oh, nice, Weta. Weta does like all the prop replicas for like.
Twitch, YouTube, Xbox Live, PlayStation.
What does Weta do, guys? Weta does crazy cool stuff, like a bunch of TF2 stuff that you could get.
Cool. So you pulled in someone from the gaming industry
Yeah.
to create the awards.
Enjoy the Game Awards.
Like,
And now, please welcome the voice of Snake and the
oh, hater! Wait,
for Sutherland.
damn it! God damn it! Fuck!
I had a feeling.
They got me all excited for like a split. I totally didn't do that on purpose. I thought hater automatically. They do all these like props for like movies,
Nice.
everything.
Rock on.
God damn it! That sucks, man. That really sucks.
Thank you very, very much.
I love Kiefer.
I cannot tell you what an honor it is to be here with you all this evening, and I'm not going to use a teleprompter. I just want to talk to you for a few seconds. It would be good. I was trying to explain to an actor friend of mine, a famous actor who will go nameless this evening, why I've been so excited over the last 2 years working
So he says to George.
with the video game. And I kept talking to him about the technology and the technology and the technology, and he wasn't getting it. And in all fairness, it took me a long time to understand the technology as well. So I decided to take a different tack, and I was telling a story about a producer, a very big producer in the movie industry, who will also go nameless this evening, who was a real advocate for for 3D movies, and I couldn't understand why. And he said, well, if you think about it, nothing technologically has changed about the movie-going experience since the introduction of THX sound back in the 70s. And he was embarrassed by that, and I was too. And so
Cameron would have a little something to say about that.
A new, exciting movie-going experience, and that was it.
Yeah.
And in my experience over the last 10 years working in this industry, you guys have taken technology from 0 to 1,000 in
IMAX
the shortest
derp.
amount of time. So I think you all deserve an unbelievable round of applause for that. So as I finished telling the story, I think my actor friend got it because I think he was very worried that in a few years we were all going to be out of a job. But I don't think so. I see this unbelievable synthesis happening where I think film and television and gaming will actually all come together. And I think that is the future of entertainment, and I think that you people have driven it. And this, again, I cannot tell you how much this last 2 years has meant to me. The game that I was so privileged to be a part of is Metal Gear Solid 5.
I think he'll do a good job. I just hate that he has become the voice of Snake.
I know.
The voice of Snake, not
I
one of the
know.
voices of Snake.
Now to a
Yeah.
creator, a genius, my big boss, Hideo Kojima.
It's a real fuck you to hater
It
to
is.
announce it like that, I think.
Oh, it was a major fuck you to hater, which really sucks. Because that guy's been an ambassador for video games and that franchise for so long. And he just got shit on. What kind of a fucking jacket is that? Tweed with leather arms?
Honored to be with you in Las Vegas.
You can't do that.
Game Awards.
You just did.
Today, I'm happy to present for the first time MGS5 multiplayer versus mode, the brand new Metal Gear Online.
So,
Please welcome
was there any
head of Kojima Production LA, Tom Satine.
Was there any hint that that was coming, guys? Multiplayer mode? Surely they've talked about it at some point, right? I haven't been keeping up with the Metal Gear
Hello, everyone.
news.
That's awesome. Awesome. That was good. The Metal Gear franchise has been around for many years. Influenced many games and inspired many game creators. All of my stuff have grown up with this franchise and very proud of being a member of Kojima Productions and working on
They knew what was coming.
Metal Gear Online as a multiplayer feature of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. TeamSpeak is what MGA is all about. We'll make sure that online fans will...
For those who have gotten the audio on our stream to match up perfectly by using YouTube's DVR-like pause play, the best way to get it to match up is just continuously go like micro pauses, play, pause, pause, play, pause, play, pause, play till it syncs up. It's going to be it's a bit of a challenge, guys.
And it is still work in progress. I have to keep you in mind that. But I'm pleased to show you all the snippets of our new Metal Gear Online game action development. So please enjoy.
My recommendation is that you turn us down and turn their stream up, and Becky and I will continuously try to talk loudly, even though much louder than we should for talking over this, by the way.
Okay.
Because I think most people are going to turn us down, so we should make sure that our levels are like trying to go up near, yeah. Well, you don't worry about it. Just try to match my voice.
Okay, will do.
It would have been pretty awkward if we were both wearing headphones. Like, I don't know. I'll think about it for next time. It's
I could do it.
clearly some people are having issues. Well, that's cool. Was that supposed to be his technology? Is that supposed to be like
I guess so, yeah.
canonically happening in world? Like all those guys just saw him change chameleon. I don't know. And Metal Gear Solid breaks the fourth wall a lot, so maybe there's reasons for it. So can we all play as Snake?
Probably.
Because
yeah.
Who is not going to play as Snake? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you can all play as Snake.
Is that the first time seeing that optical camo in Metal Gear Solid? What? Why did you... Oh, that was a
Did he
trap
do it-
and he saved his buddy.
Oh!
Fultons that fly guys away. Why not just shoot them?
What if they need him alive?
But, oh, so the Fulton will take... Alright.
I would just shoot myself. You aren't getting my information.
It's kind of interesting that it looks as though they've maintained the sort of trademark stiffness to the movements. I mean, we've already played the demo, so we know that it's there.
Yeah.
So he loves the dog so much that he can't pay attention to what's going on around him. Well, that's kind of nice that you have an alternate method of distracting guards besides women on a poster board.
Is that what it used to be?
It still is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we did a show and trailer. We showed that bikini girl on a cardboard
I didn't
box.
realize that was
Oh!
the only thing you could do to distract.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Well, and knocking on doors and making sounds and stuff.
Yeah.
But so, sort of mechs and shit.
Yeah, those are neat.
You know what'd be cool is if every, like, 10th guy that you use the woman on a cardboard box trick on, it doesn't work because he's gay.
Yeah, man.
And the Hideo, I don't think, would ever do that. There he is! He looks lame without his mustache.
Yeah.
Revolver looks just kind of creepy with a
He
clean-shaven
looks
face.
classy with a mustache.
Yeah,
Like,
with a mustache, he looked fucking awesome. Without it, he looks kind of just like a creep to me. And that's my favorite character. So that says a lot.
Oh, he does have it. It's just like...
Hey, what the fuck? So they kind of just spoiled the fact that during this story, you'll have your falling out with Ocelot. Because in previous trailers, they've shown Ocelot talking to you like you're working together, right? Or am I...
Oh!
Hello, thank you.
I could be wrong on that.
Here tonight, especially presenting this award for best performance. I have to warn you because the category has the word performance in the title.
Oh, just because it was multiplayer. Okay.
So I'm going to skip over all that because we got to keep it classy. One of the nominees for this award is Kevin Spacey, so we're going to class things up for him and he's not here. Not here, but there's still that little girl who plays Clementine, the Walking Dead. Oh.
Was that a jab Tim Schafer made at Spacey
I
for
don't
not
know,
coming?
maybe.
She's an adult. Okay, so
She's an adult.
the funny thing about performance.
That little girl.
It's really easy to take for granted, but it can be also a lot of hard work. I care so much about great performance, especially as I get older. Good performance can take a long time, but trust me, in the end, it is worth it. I sound like I'm making a lot of double entendres here, but it's just a bunch of dick jokes.
They're single entendres. They're pretty much single entendres.
Award shows, I feel like the people who really should deserve the best performance award are the celebrities that they pay to come up here and pretend they care about games for minutes upon minutes. But the game
Was that a jab at Kiefer?
awards are different, much
Maybe.
more legit, and so you get presenters like me.
Or is it a jab at previous year's celebrities?
But much more,
I think it was...
what's the word? Much more affordable. That's it. So, let's have a
I don't think he was jabbing at Kiefer. I think he was jabbing at previous year's VGXs with the,
Yeah, I feel like
the
that
Walking
makes
Dead
more
celebrities
sense.
that come out like a crossbow. Or the
Give me a break.
Halo 4!
yeah, Halo 4.
Alright, who do you want?
For best performance.
Yeah.
And I have the power. So I'm right.
He was good. He was Kevin Spacey.
Spacey was fun.
As Bigby Wolf, the wolf among us.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
Not a negotiation.
I loved that voice.
Remember telling you just now to not lie to me. They have a way with people. Troy Baker as Talia, Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor.
One thing I love specifically about this character is what does it look like?
Trying to think of the range he exhibited with this character. It was...
Supernatural.
I kind of made fun of it frequently as just being clearly Troy Baker.
Great characters.
I do not trust him.
It was just... It was very template Baker to me. Like his
Yeah.
expressions and his movements.
Stand up.
That opening scene with his family, though, that was some good emotion.
Clementine.
Yeah.
Walking Dead, Season 2.
Playing a kid going through a zombie apocalypse. That just seemed like a really cool challenge.
The illusion is shattered!
Learning from you is to just not care where I am for 15 minutes.
You okay?
No.
Trey Parker as Stan Marsh, Eric
Uh,
Carter, Randy Marsh,
I imagine Trey Parker's there, right? He would go.
I think he would. Maybe he's on acid, but he'd be there.
Lots of voices, okay? Trey Parker has lots of voices. South Park, stick of truth.
That's good.
Yeah! That was a million to one shot.
Incredible ability to make friends quickly, new kid. I want you to go out into the neighborhood and find my greatest warrior.
You kind of gotta
Step forward now and fulfill your
hand it to him,
I know.
in a way. Like, that's a
I
tour de force.
Want to say Bigby, but
Bigby was good, but I gotta, like, when you...
I'd say Troy Baker,
The
number
winner is-
1.
I knew someone would think of that. I know he's not nominated, but somehow I have a hunch that Nolan North is going to win. The winner is Trey Parker of South Park.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. The other roles were great, but when you really... I never would have even thought to nominate him
Yeah.
for that. But when you consider what he puts into a single episode of South Park, let alone that entire game of voice acting.
Uh-huh. It is well deserved.
That makes sense.
Yeah. No light on them? No?
They're doing their best with a little budget.
This is
I
really
think.
cool because before I did cartoons, before I did music, I was a gamer. And
Yeah, buddy.
I've always been a gamer. And this proves that video games are the greatest form
Marry
of
me,
entertainment in the world.
Fuck yeah.
Because only in video games can Trey Parker beat out Kevin Spacey for acting.
So serious.
Nice.
Well, fuck. Have you seen Orgasmo? He's amazing in it.
Awesome. All right, well, that's our first award. We've got many
I'm waiting for the day that he does a serious role.
tweeting happening at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
We've got,
That'd be weird.
And we've got some big world premieres coming up. Later tonight, No Man's Sky. I got to unveil that last year. I was really honored.
I'm still worried about No Man's Sky.
That game, and this is happening. This is the, have you guys seen this? The Far Cry 4 map editor. People can do so many amazing things with right now.
Oh yeah, I was gonna show that on the
No Man's Sky.
Shown trailer?
shown trailer. They have a map editor for, which is kind of mind-blowing.
Far Cry 4 is
It's pretty
actually
crazy.
tonight. For Best Shooter, we'll present that
Is it
category.
like a coming feature?
But we've also got some new games to reveal for you guys for the first time ever. One of the things I love is being able to reveal things, work with developers, and share their new visions with the world for the first time. Right now,
Fix me seat.
one of those with something that's a complete surprise. It comes from a studio that made a lot of waves last year, a small independent studio, and I'm really proud to present this world premiere. So we'll say more, just check it out.
World premiere.
I hear you, Control.
Fulbright. Who's Fulbright, guys?
Yep, it looks good.
The Gone Home dev?
Hmm.
We never covered Gone Home. Can't cover all the games.
Cool atmosphere.
Yeah, this is cool. Virgin Tesla facility. Oh, that's cool. So that's definitely a teaser. So we're looking at Gone Home in space, I guess.
The Game Awards will be right back with more awards and surprises.
Chiptune
World premieres of Bloodborne
DJs.
and No Man's Sky, and later a musical performance by 65
So
Days of
so far,
The
they're having some
gaming is live from Las Vegas.
tech difficulties, but
Anywhere.
if this was Spike, I'd be ripping them apart for
Yeah.
all of this. But I'm forgiving because this is clearly a small production.
Yeah. I wonder how many people are there.
Yeah, I can't tell because it seems like there's this group here, and then back here there's some seating, but it looks like it's mostly press and
Yeah,
industry,
it does.
which it seems like the people willing to give over applause are sparse,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate. Especially, maybe they just don't have the mic to good enough. Because when you consider, I think we've seen this, haven't we? Oh no, this is Daylight. I thought they were showing a Far Cry trailer. Is it
I don't want to die here, Crane. Not like this, not
Daylight story trailer, I think?
I trust you. That is the natural order of things, Crane. Kill or be killed. Eat or be eaten.
When's this coming?
February?
Oh god.
I think.
I gotta play Dragon Age quicker. I gotta get through it. What did I call it? Did I say Dying Light? Did I
Nice.
say Dead Light? I might have said Dead Light.
Oh, dude,
I
I
might have
don't
said
know.
Daylight. Isn't Daylight also a thing?
Woo!
Yeah! This will be fun. We should do proper costumes for this.
Yeah.
See, we feel that we need to do proper costumes for all Telltale games now because they become such a staple on the show. It feels like Phoenix Wright. If we're not contributing we can't go into it laissez-faire anymore.
Yeah. Which is why we haven't covered the Telltale games.
That's why we haven't covered the 2 that just came out by surprise. We were going to have costumes, guys. And we can't do them till we do.
Yeah. And I haven't even started.
I'm seeing a little bit of stuttering on our stream, so it's possible if you had this perfectly synced that you might have lost the perfect sync. I'm not sure, though.
One of the great things tonight, I cooked up this idea doing the show a few months ago. I talked to all the game publishers and said, what can we do that would be a cool way to kind of promote games, get people excited about them?
The audio's not stuttering, so it's probably just a visual glitch.
A lot of the big game systems, Steam especially. There's an amazing Steam sale going on right now, so if you're watching at home, you're watching on Steam or elsewhere, we've got some amazing games on sale, including one of the nominees this year, Wolfenstein, The New Order. It is 66% off right now on Steam for Best Shooter. Bunch of other amazing deals of games like that.
66% off what?
And Best Shooters. So check out that and a ton of other sales on Steam. Steam sales are amazing, and I want to thank the guys at
Wolf Among Us.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
Let's just get to another world premiere, and this is a big game. This weekend, Sony's got.
That's kind of Oh, Wolfenstein.
Oh, and Wolfenstein is what you just said. Sorry.
All the it's a wolf sale on Steam.
Great stuff. But Sony has been kind enough to give us some first look at some of the games you'll get to play at the PlayStation Experience. And right now, we're going to turn to Japan and from
I hope the PlayStation Experience isn't too good.
I know, isn't that so bad?
Becky and I wanted to go, but we can't afford it, and
we just didn't have enough information about it. Like,
I have a feeling it's going to be
$100 every
awesome. I have a
day.
feeling there's going to be some surprises there that makes it worth going, but we couldn't afford it. Not with... Is this Bloodborne? Bloodborne?
I think so, man.
This game is going to be so good, I think. I hope.
Your nightmares.
Oh my god.
Bloodborne.
World premiere.
A good-looking Dark Souls? Come on. Yes, please. A pretty Dark Souls? I hear they had to sacrifice all gameplay and story in order to make the graphics good.
For Bloodborne?
Yeah, they had to cut out all good gameplay in order to make the graphics good. They actually took all the guys that were working on gameplay and put them on graphics. They didn't even know how to do graphics. They're not even visual graphics guys.
It turns out they kicked ass.
No, well, yeah, when you brute force it, there was thousands of them working on it.
Interesting.
If you don't know, guys, I'm trolling.
In case you can tell.
For those who think that...
Sarcastic.
Oh! That's the kind of shit that makes it so much fun to play a game like this, right there.
Yeah.
Hey, the other guy's working with them. Oh, it's multiplayer.
Ah, shit.
We thought he was approaching that guy to kill him.
Yeah.
That was a cool reveal. Burn those
Whoa,
bodies.
is friendly fire on?
Oh shit, it doesn't look like it, and that just reminded me, we really gotta finish up
Evil Within.
Yeah.
True.
Some spooky, creepy vignettes. That's good stuff.
You.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them. Sooner or later.
Kiss him, you fool. So that was a story segment there.
A little bit.
So it seems like there's going to be a bit more story cinematically than the Dark Souls series.
There's 3 guys here.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Is this, is there an online?
Is it full co-op? Or are they playing cooperatively? Are they playing cooperatively through the story right now? Or is this a co-op?
Yeah, I don't know.
Exclusive co-op mode or story? Separate? I guess we'll only know once we hear an interview with the developer. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. Just, oh. It'll be refreshing playing Bloodborne with all these unique baddies too, like the design on them. So this is the guy that was just in that cinematic.
I thought the guy in the cinematic had more arms.
Oh, maybe.
Hello, Game Awards. Conan O'Brien here.
Shut up.
The greatest gamer in the world. I'm joined here by Aaron Blair, my friend. First nominee for Game of the Year is Dragon Age Inquisition.
They're doing Game of the Year already?
No, they'll peter this out.
Oh, okay.
Are asked questions. No, not even close. The inquiring mind of a dragon. Nope. They interview a dragon. There's no interview. Okay. Anyway, it sounds like a fun game.
Is he chewing gum?
Yeah, it looked like it.
This was clearly done like right before a show started. Oh, we gotta do that thing for the Video Game Awards.
Alright.
Let's
go.
Dragon Age Inquisition, the latest adventure from BioWare.
It's got its problems, but man, have I enjoyed my time with it.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a class, a
Hey, stop spoiling me for baddies coming up.
in a civil war between mages and Templars. You and a diverse band of warriors have one goal: save the world. Combining robust and visceral action with a slick tactical combat system, Inquisition takes BioWare's RPG roots into the...
I don't even want to see any of this. Like, I mean, I've seen these trailers, but when you see the trailers and then you wait half a year, then play the game,
yeah,
you don't remember everything you saw. But now I think I can recognize things that might be coming.
Whoa! Did you see that? I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, for me, it's hard to decide whether the expansive universe they created for that beats out the Nemesis system in Shadow of Mordor.
We started Stoic, a small, independent studio to create the Banner Saga.
The journey has gone far.
I've wanted to play this.
And the game has been embraced by players around the globe, winning awards on both PC and mobile devices.
Our success wouldn't have been possible without the
I know nothing of it.
energized, amazing community.
It's like
with the help of some really talented.
That art style
Here to help
is
us make a special Banner Saga announcement, our composer Austin Wintry, soloist
is how it
Noah
looks.
Davis, and the Green Valley High School Men's Ensemble.
Aww.
I would say that's cute. I would say picture XCOM with that art style.
Okay,
top
cool.
down. Kinda? Not really. I don't know. It's
She's not a man.
oh no, the mic's not working. There we go.
With Vikings.
With Vikings. Would you guys say that's an adequate assessment of Banner Saga? And then what makes them famous is that Candy Crush Saga sued them for using the word saga in their game
Right,
title.
I have heard of them. Fucking, that's insane.
When it comes down to it, that ended up, I think, being good for them.
Yeah.
That got them a lot of press.
Publicity.
Yeah. So these are the cinematic parts, but I wonder if they'll show gameplay.
Tactical RPG.
Drawn to a single banner.
And no matter how difficult the decisions,
Or how painful they may be.
I give you my word.
My oath. We will.
Oh, there's giants in this?
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's cool.
Looks like it.
Banner Saga 2.
Oh!
Ugh. Whenever I just start watching trailers and shit, I just get so depressed that I haven't covered all the stuff I wanted to cover.
Yeah. So do I.
I am here now with the guys from Bungie. How are you? Say Paul.
I feel guilt because technically I could have not played Dragon Age Inquisition for 2 weeks.
A great year with Destiny and new expansion. I know.
I need
But I
to
want
work
to
on
play
costumes.
it. Yeah.
Show, but we have some other things to tell you guys about as well. We've got got lots of awards. Some we're presenting on stage and some we're presenting right here. So wanted to congratulate you guys because tonight, Destiny has won not only Best Score and Soundtrack, but Best Online Experience as well. So congratulations.
Oh, they just gave them the awards for those two? No nominees or anything?
You have to share it right now. But,
So they just got the Best Score and Best Online Experience.
So new music, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Now, Harold, you guys are here. I know this
That was
weekend.
awkward.
You get to go hands-on.
That was an awkward
Right.
award.
What are they going to get to play? What can you tell us?
You're going to get to see a little bit of what's coming up, and hopefully have a good time.
That's a cryptic tease if I've ever heard it. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Congratulations on both those awards for the entire Bungie crew, which I know is out here somewhere, right? 20 strong from Bungie. All right. Well, thanks very much, guys. We are going to head back to the stage.
Yeah, Transistor should have been a contender for, like, I want to know what the nominees were for the score.
Yeah.
She can be on YouTube and red carpets from E3 to Comic-Con, and he runs a massively popular gaming channel. Please welcome iJustine and Bookie2988.
Kiss.
What is up, Vegas? So we are here to present the award for Trending Gamer because, well, we're always scouring the internet for new trends. Isn't that right?
That's pretty much your job, to keep track of what's trending on the internet, right?
It is. So, no, what's trending right now?
Checking Twitter.
Better be the Game Awards.
Looks like it's cats. It's always
It
cats.
looks like.
Here are the nominees for Trending Gamer.
That's funny.
Trending Gamer.
Did we get nominated?
Really? So, Best Score was given a thing at the side,
Yeah.
a poorly lit area of this of the
And Best
auditorium.
Gamer gets like.
And Trending Gamer is given its own fully.
The answer, if you like killing orcs, it's very, very good.
Stampy Longhead.
11 better duck. You get it? You get it? Don't worry, forget it. Let's go back outside and into the fray.
I'm not completely happy with this. Unless my name comes up, then I'll be like fully for it.
Oh God, guys, you shouldn't play your 3DSs on a video, on a fucking roller coaster.
Yeah, if that flies out, it's gonna hurt somebody. He makes millions of dollars, and yet he can't afford a good mic. Or anything that controls his levels.
Total Biscuit.
I'd like to give it to TB.
Chosen by the fans.
TB. It's gonna be PewDiePie then.
I know.
TB's big, but not as big as PewDiePie. Holy shit! How?
Awesome.
He is big, but his legions can't compete. Can't be here tonight.
I'm very grateful for this award. I'd like to thank my staff, my wonderful wife Jenna, the woman who had the mental fortitude and the foresight to drag me kicking and screaming into the land of YouTube, and of course the man with the hardest job in the world, my PR guy, Christian. A big thank you, of course, to all of my viewers that allowed me to make this a career rather than a hobby that I did out of a bedroom somewhere. There's one person I'd like to give special mention
Is it
to.
you?
In March of this year,
That'd probably
before
be
my
me.
diagnosis, I was contacted by the charity Starlight about a 15
I remember that.
by the name of Salim. Salim had been suffering from osteosarcoma, a rare form of bone cancer. He's fought through 6 cycles of chemotherapy and surgery,
Sick.
loves video games, and his one wish was to meet me. That was in equal parts humbling, heartbreaking, and surreal. I couldn't fulfill his wish as I was diagnosed with cancer soon afterwards and was unable to travel. I want him to know that his bravery is an inspiration.
Maybe that's why he couldn't be there. Is he still maybe?
Standard I hope I can aspire to myself. And the fact that video games helped him through what will hopefully be the most trying time of his life, a testament to the wonderful hobby we all enjoy. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your night.
That was sweet.
Aww.
And he's got a good mic. And his audio doesn't peak.
Yep. You hate peaking audio levels. So
It's just a fucking common courtesy to the viewership to not let your fucking levels peak. No tattoos. What?
Great to be here at the inaugural Game Awards, and let me start with a huge thank you for Jeff Keighley for putting this great event together. Isn't it a blast? proud to be on the advisory board of this award show, one that showcases the amazing work done in our industry, and most importantly, celebrates the creative, hard-working talent we have making video games today. Now at EA, we're always looking to work with the best.
He's the I don't know where he is in EA, but
okay,
we've seen him before.
Disruptive ideas. And today we have something really exciting to share with you. Our head of EA Studios, Patrick Soderlund, recently signed a new indie studio to the EA family. And I think it's a team you're going to be pretty excited to hear from. They put together a video for you from our Stockholm studio, so you could be the first to see what they're working on. We couldn't be more thrilled to publish their next game. Take a look.
Oops, did I do that? Haze Light? Too many light games. Moved me to tears.
extremely personal.
Oh, Brothers.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps asking us to finish it.
I actually just wrote it down on a list inside of.
It must be a good,
things we
really
need to come
good
back to.
story, the way it pans out if people keep requesting it.
Yeah.
Is a studio that I have started together with a core team of brothers, and I'm really looking forward to creating a new experience.
Creation of new IP is the lifeblood of our industry. EA is investing a lot of resources and energy towards new IP right now. Joseph has proved himself not only to be a great movie director, but to be an equally strong games creator. His new idea and concept is unlike anything.
Well, we started it, so we didn't do it in one sitting. It's like 3 hours.
And I think we have something very special.
I would love to show something from the new game, but we are so early in production. However, we have put together a very short teaser to give you some kind of idea on what we are working on. Enjoy.
So the people who made Brothers are working on a thing. I wonder if this means another Xbox exclusive, because wasn't Brothers exclusive to Xbox?
I can't remember. I think it was, though.
Oh, I just yawned during your teaser. Alright.
It used to be an exclusive. Now it's on PC.
I liked the Gone Home teaser for whatever their new game was called. What was it? Anyways, showing it, but the lunar base.
Yep.
It was a pretty good teaser because there was a lot to glean from it based on what just happened there. Mainly from the, having the Virgin Tesla company logo, meaning that like this is an alternate but not too far off future what if scenario that you're going to be seeing, and that's kind of neat. Like I'm interested in that. I think more interested than I ever was in the synopsis that I heard Gone Home was about.
So many people have told us to
play Gone Home or this?
Play Gone Home.
Oh.
An exclusive look at the next installment of this exciting franchise, Dungeons & Dragons.
So do you guys like this game? Dungeon Defenders?
I love the series. Meh, weh. I don't know what it is. It's alright for what it is.
I think it's like a tower defense game. Multiplayer tower defense. I think. I don't know. Maybe it's cooperative tower defense? It might be a freemium game too. I'm not sure.
Co-op tower defense, yeah.
It was a fun game. Is this one in the running for Game of the Year? Because I think it deserves to be. I don't think it should win, but I think it deserves to be in there as a nominee.
You know what my Game of the Year I think is?
What?
Valiant Hearts.
Oh yeah. You're voting with your emotions, though.
And education.
Yeah.
I'm like...
It told a good story. It was good storytelling, but I don't think that, like, when you consider the whole spectrum of a video game, that it deserves it.
So fine. Far Cry 4.
But that's cool if you're, like, you're voting for your, like, subjectively for your favorite experience that you had this year. That's fine. Voting emotionally is fine when you're coming up with your personal
whenever
game of the year.
It comes up to not my personal game of the year, I would say Shadow of Mordor, just because of the
Nemesis system was so cool.
Like,
I think
that was a very novel idea.
I feel like Shadow of Mordor might beat out, despite how many hours I'm pouring into Inquisition, it might beat out Inquisition for me. I want just every game from now on to have the Nemesis system.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
And I think many will.
And also composed our incredible theme for games that opened the show with that short film. Thank you so much. Well, no, that was amazing. You're really bring a class to this show, so I really appreciate everything that you've done. So Marty, we're actually going to do something a little musical now, because they're setting up now for a guy that I met in Scotland. And he is a young guy who's a big fan of video game music over the years, and you've done some amazing scores over the years. But this guy, Greg, I hit him up on YouTube and he said, I love video games so much. I've been applying to video game companies for many years, trying to get a job. And he can't get a job. He applied to Hello Games, thanks to No Man's Sky, turned down. He said, I want to come here to the awards, and I want to pay tribute to some of my favorite video game songs of all time. So,
give me his card.
Maybe there's some Halo in there. You never know. So what Greg has put together is a little medley of some of his favorite video game songs. Come all the way from Scotland with a couple of his friends. He's on stage there in Neon. This is pretty trippy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my buddy Greg Stewart. Check it out.
Yay, Scotland.
Anybody know who this is? Is this
Oh my god, you're playing with gloves on? Oi.
It looks rough.
Yeah.
But it's not a key, or well, yeah, that's still probably pretty rough. Yeah, I don't know what the guy got the award for. Oh, is he gonna play on a laser thing? Nice. I feel like this guy got the spot on the show because he contacted Jeff Keighley and said what he can do, like,
yeah,
the production value he can do. Probably had an example. Yeah, we need production value. Bring it. It's pretty cool how it goes off his, or the gloves light up when he does it.
Yeah. It's fucking cool.
That's how you get hand cancer.
God. Yeah. Kinda looks like it.
Sweet. It's the Rocky theme. So, what do you think of the awards show so far? It's rough. It's rough around the edges, right? But
honestly, I feel like it's better than the other years that we've
it feels like
them.
a real celebration of gaming. You know, as
it is like a little rough and awkward.
It's awkward. I hope that this is the beginning of like. I hope that he continues with this though. I hope that he doesn't go back to Viacom.
That's the thing. Like, I would so much rather see this than like the Best game of the year is sponsored by Doritos.
You know what the sad part is?
What?
I'd almost rather that though.
Really?
Well,
oh,
no,
because you
no.
can shit on it?
I want both.
Okay.
You know, I want the best. I want my cake and eat it too. I want this for the sake of gamers and gaming.
Yeah.
But I want the Spike Video Game Awards show so that we have fodder to just shit all over because it deserves it. It's fun to be mad, collectively, as a gaming community, you know? We can bind together to hate Joel McHale.
Ooh.
Man, this guy's really fucking good.
Yeah. It's stupid how much I love Tetris.
Hey, what happened to the... Oh, you sometimes can't see the lasers because the smoke is gone.
Oh.
So he can see it. That's a really weird tech.
I don't even know. I don't understand what's happening there.
Well, the
But I
laser
love
shoots up to a receiver at the top, and when the receipt of that laser is blocked, it knows to make that tone. So there's a receiver bar at the top.
Our next nominee for Game of the Year, Dark Souls.
Shut up,
Why
Conan.
does everything have to be dark? Also, there's some confusion. That's a Roman numeral 2, not an H. I thought it was Dark Souls.
I never saw it like that.
He is chewing gum. You can see it in his mouth. If that was you, I'd make you spit it into my hand.
So this was not... This felt like it was last year's game.
Again, Dark Souls 2 is a perilous adventure.
Like it came out last year?
Yeah. But I guess it didn't.
No.
Man, time flies. I can't say Dark Souls 2 deserves it. If this was the first outing of this kind of game, if this was like Dark Souls or Demon Souls that came out and we were for the first time experiencing this kind of game, I would say it had a huge chance to win.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
But being a genre that now exists, I don't feel like the game did anything extraordinarily different from the previous games. In fact, I think Dark Souls 1 was superior.
Interesting.
And then technically it fell short in so many ways on a graphical standpoint.
It's like people didn't quite understand Demon Souls when it came out.
Oh my god,
it
could you
seems.
imagine? Yeah, that's true. Could you imagine? Oh, Adam Orth! He's the deal with it guy, isn't he?
Amongst a debris of destroyed space station, the only survivor of a catastrophic event that has left you with no memory, a critically damaged EVA suit leaking oxygen, and no way home. This is the story of Adrift.
Deal with it, yes.
FPX from our studio 310. Adrift immerses you in a beautiful and solitary science fiction world where the environment is the enemy and your mission is to stay alive, return home safely to Earth. As you explore the wreckage in zero gravity, searching desperately for precious resources, the events leading to the destruction begin to unfold and tell an emotional story of action, consequence, and redemption. Fix the station. Prepare yourself. I am incredibly excited to finally be able to show you for the very first time.
So he was able to pick up and get to doing something after the whole Fallout, which I still feel like he didn't deserve.
I just remembered what that was all about.
He deserved some flack, but he didn't deserve to lose his fucking job.
Yeah.
And that's on Xbox. They shouldn't have done that. They should have reprimanded him, told him to shut up on Twitter, even delete his fucking account because he clearly can't control himself, but he didn't deserve to get fired. So did he, I guess he started an indie studio?
Now?
Or
yeah,
like he...
I thought he quit.
No, well, maybe he was...
He quit.
Resigned.
Yeah, that would be...
He was forced out.
Yeah.
Yum, 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 yum. That is actually interesting. Why are all these leaves here? Is this the hydroponics area?
I don't know. like there's so many of these.
Space
Yeah.
and lonely space.
Yeah.
Things went wrong, and only Clooney can save us. I like this. All the flowers in the air and stuff.
It's really pretty. Is it going all crazy because we're getting far away? Are we losing oxygen? Things are gonna go bad.
Stop breathing so heavy. You're just floating. That looks interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Please welcome comedians Matt Bronger and Ron Funches.
Also, Adam Orth, I have to thank for giving me the deal with it hashtag. I like using deal with it.
We're here to present the award for Best Mobile Handheld Game.
That may be the most jolly man I've ever seen.
Lifelong gamer. I used to have to hide my EGMs on the school bus.
And I'm a terrible gamer who respects the art form very much, and my cousin is Tom Bissell. So, yeah, for real.
That guy is...
We're surrounded by some of the biggest names in the industry.
I see you, Naughty Dog.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Let's go to the strip club, Reggie.
Look, we're from Hollywood. We couldn't pass the opportunity to pitch you guys some games, as cheesy as this is. So, here we go.
I got a great idea for the next great horror game, okay? I had a dream the other night. I was very hungry.
Yeah.
And there was these just little, okay, so you with me right now?
Okay, we got you. We got you.
There's these little Tic Tacs, these round Tic Tacs
Okay.
everywhere, and I started eating those, and I started eating some pretzels.
Go ahead.
And I started eating a raspberry and then
Yeah.
a key.
All
And
right.
then I'm enjoying those, and all of a sudden, the ghost of my ancestors start chasing me.
Okay.
Okay,
That's-
I realize I'm stuck in some kind of maze, and these ghosts.
Do you get... who is this guy, anyways?
Okay, Ron, you just pitched them Pac-Man.
Because the guy on the left is a comedian that I feel like is Daily Show, or...
I forgot to say I had
You might not recognize him with
I
the
don't
beard.
recognize
Okay.
him.
That's hot. It's still a game that exists. So, okay, I still was losing you. Let's bring out the big guns. Rumor has it the guitar games are coming back for new consoles, and that's pretty cool for about 4 people. But what about, and me, what about when you invite the entire neighborhood over to play? What then? We
Comedian.
give you Orchestra Hero. Yeah. Yeah.
you and a minimum of 49 of your closest friends.
49.
Can rock the chamber, old school style.
I got the triangle here. Huh? Ron, what instrument is that?
Oh. This isn't an instrument. This is just to help me get crumb players.
I love those.
Those big slushy things.
It's just so Vegas.
Back to the show. Here are the nominees for Best Mobile Handheld Game. Let's go!
Best mobile game. Scrabble.
Hearthstone.
Oh. We know you're winning.
That's this year?
I guess
I thought Hearthstone
so.
came out last year.
Oh.
Are you brave, or are you default? Or are you bravely default? Did you play this one?
Monument Valley.
Oh.
What the fuck? There's too many games! There's too many games. I didn't even know about this, and it looks amazing. It looks beautiful.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
People like this one.
I think
People like this game, I heard.
That's a real toss-up, probably, between Hearthstone and...
Ron.
Like, I can't judge...
Yeah, these are so different.
Like, I can't judge the... I can judge Hearthstone as a card game. It's a fucking triumph. Like, as a 20-year Magic veteran, the game is incredible.
Yeah.
They did a goddamn good job at creating, like, the best of all worlds. Like, meeting the two games in the middle.
Blizzard is here, so Eric, if you're here, come on down. You can accept your award. But right now, we're here with my man, Reggie Fils-Aimé. Reggie, I guess Ron's card's waiting for you, so we'll keep you along. Right?
You know, are you telling stories about me again? I don't know where this.
Hearthstone's also changed gaming in a way, I think. It's a revolution, kind of.
Yeah.
Pins, though. Where's the Metroid pin? I can't find. But So tell us about the significance of this year's pin.
The significance of this year's pin, a little Mario pin celebrating more than 10 years with the company. So that's my little Mario pin.
That's right, 10th anniversary, I think, this year, right?
For me, 11 years.
11 years. All right, well, Reggie, it's great to have you here. Thank you for all of Nintendo's support of the show. And we've got some more Nintendo throughout the show. You're definitely delivering the goods this year, so no one needs to get cranky. All right, Reggie, well, let's... one thing I do want to mention to you and congratulate you for Nintendo winning tonight the best fighting game for Super Smash Bros. For Wii U.
It's just, I don't understand the decision to not...
For the entire company, Developer of the Year. Wow. Nintendo.
Wow. You know, for both of these awards, they really are a testament to the fantastic development teams we have, the partnership we have with Mr. Sakurai and what he's created with Smash. But really,
it's weird. Did, like...
Strange decisions.
Jeff think that, like, it would be too boring for the fans to watch a rundown of nominees and an award? Because as cool as that little laser show was, I could do without that and actually... People tune into award shows so they can have their own little debates with each other as they watch the nominees. And
I was kind of interested in hearing what you guys thought of for fighting games.
And yeah, Nintendo as a whole, the developer of the year.
So you made the pick to come here to
like,
the Game Awards, and we really appreciate it. So congratulations.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that.
It's an amazing thing,
actually,
when you as a team are working on a game that you love and you are so excited about it, and you're like, I don't know how it's going to be received, and you put it out there, and it's incredibly humbling when the fans enjoy it like even more than you do. So I'm just incredibly humbled.
Tropical Freeze came out last year, didn't it?
You know, so many people are excited about Hearthstone. It's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you. Now this is.
So he came up to get his Hearthstone award. So they didn't even have the, like. So the guy took the award away. Said Blizzard's not here, and then he is here. Is that who he is? Is that what's going on? We were talking over
Yeah,
him.
no business to do right now. Thanks again, Eric.
Oh man.
So another world premiere from Nintendo. Yes. This is a game that's for the handheld. It's for the handheld, you know, and we started this show with an iconic character, like Mario, everything that makes him unique. This game, codenamed Steam, also has.
Oh, it came out in February.
Wow. Iconic characters. It's all about a steampunk adventure. This is an action-adventure game that's created by intelligent...
We gotta get back to Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, now's the time.
It is the time, because it's not hot in the studio anymore.
It's cold
time to get
in the
those monkey
studio.
suits back on.
First time we're showing off multiplayer and what the multiplayer experience is. Fantastic, Greg. You're going to take a look at that, and you are not done because later tonight, I cannot wait.
I'm waiting for my awards. Where are my awards?
Your awards are coming, Richard. We'll get them to you by the end of the night. You're not done yet, so more to come. All right. Well,
You have one right
beside.
They gave it to the Hearthstone guy, because he's actually here, and... Yeah, I am excited about this. So it's by the same people that did Advance Wars, which I was a huge fan of. I played the entire series. Very much my type of game. It's almost like a little guilty pleasure that people don't know me.
Yeah.
The casual viewer, I think our core viewers know what kind of game I like now.
Yeah.
But the casual viewer thinks that I'm like this type of player who has no patience and just wants to like play the most flashy over the top games.
Yeah.
You don't know me.
You know me so well though. I like my
Becky's an open
Mario
book. You know exactly what she likes.
Collecting shit.
How many hours did I clock on Civilization?
Oh my god.
I think available on my public Steam profile.
We
Not
did see
this
that Steam trailer already.
Yeah, we've seen this. That's why we're talking over it. We've already seen this.
Yeah.
Looks like, you know, XCOM. XCOM, but a little...
So world premiere means trailer, I guess?
Yeah, there's a lot of...
feels
This
like
has
it.
happened twice now. World premieres being just stuff we've already seen. Especially from Nintendo.
It's relatively new. Newly announced.
Yeah,
but
not a premiere.
No. Well, it's kind of hard, like... Do you do your premieres here or at E3?
I've clocked in almost 600 hours in Civilization 5.
What?
I want my life back. How many have I put into TF2?
And now from Face Punch Studios, here's Bill.
You put 25 days. 25.
Straight. Full day.
24 hours.
How many work days? Oh, it's just 4 times that. So 100 work days. A third of a year of work went into Civ. I love that game. 1,300 hours in TF2. Oh no, these are depressing stats. Oh, that's for ISO? Maybe it's not mine.
Dude, that's 55 days.
Anyway, one day I drew this guy. It's supposed to be a pixel art painting.
So what's he got to show us? Face Punch Studios.
Yeah.
What have they done?
It's me.
That is you.
Turns out pixel art's really, really hard. So I made in 3D. Something about the idea stuck with me. I started to build a prototype with some of these ideas that I had. And now it's supposed to be a nice image of it being 3D. Apparently not.
There you go.
Anyway.
So
You said you left it open sometimes?
it's true. Sometimes it would idle, but I doubt that accounts for too much.
An individual, I wanted to, look at a group. So people often wonder what life might be like in some dystopian future. But what about a prehistoric world? What would it have been like in the early days of humanity? So I imagine guiding my tribe through their harsh, often unforgiving lives, seeing their numbers grow, their social hierarchies form.
I like the quiet says, all these devs are really attractive.
He's a good looking guy. Too much hair.
Yeah, get that shit under control, man.
Like my man bald with facial hair.
Thank you so much. Anyway, I made a website. My girlfriend Jenny wrote some beautiful music, and thanks to a lot of really nice people on Twitter, there are some.
I actually do like his hair.
To get quite a bit of attention.
It looks good on him.
So back in March, while I was planning my Kickstarter campaign, I got a message from Gary Newman. No, not the musician.
It's really cool that Jeff gave so much time for indies to soapbox and so many indie trailers, but this is so unnecessary compared to what.
I'm bummed that they kind of glazed over the musical score, because I think that's something that often gets overlooked, and it would be nice to be.
This is gonna drive people away. People want an award show, and
Everyone who helped put it together over the past few weeks, it was a lot of hard work, and thank you for listening.
he didn't even win an award. Like, he's just here to talk about his upcoming game, and I'm not shitting on this guy, but a quick little premiere trailer is great, but that little 5-minute piece,
it just kind of lost me.
Yeah. I think each of the musical numbers could have included the nominees. That could have been cool.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched the BAFTA awards. Maybe we should. I want that to be that guy.
Uh-huh.
Live.
That'd be awesome.
The audio fucked up, and on the spot he just thought he'll provide this score. So it's like I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean, but like this is the type of stuff that wouldn't make it on show and trailer. Even like
Just 'cause
I would look at this
slow?
and I'd be like, yeah, like there's nothing here to talk about. There's nothing. You can speculate from what you're seeing, but
Did you want to know the nominees for Best Score Soundtrack?
yeah.
I want to see and hear them.
Like No Man's Sky was a brilliant debut
Yeah.
when they did that last year because the facts that came along with the debut were mind-boggling. So as you're looking at the
Yeah.
footage, you're trying to think of how the fuck he can be not lying.
Yeah.
Which was what made that premiere so great. But what we're looking at here is just like a cute little thing that might be a great game, but like there's nothing for us to like be thinking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very long trailer for what it's showing.
Later in the show, more surprises and the award for Game of the Year. Coming up, the latest look at Battlefield Hardline and World
The Order.
Premieres for The Order 1886 and Until Dawn. But now, back to Jeff Keighley.
World premiere for The Order. What the fuck does world premiere mean?
You could. Oh, Troy Baker's here.
Great to have you with us here.
Huh.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Jeff.
Cut your fucking hair, you hippie.
There have been a lot of games this year, right?
There's been a few, yeah.
God damn it.
Remastered, obviously Shadow of Mordor. Far Cry 4.
Yes.
Lots of stuff. Yeah, Mordor, obviously a game nominated tonight for Game of the Year. And,
Samurai Troy Baker?
a narrated user story.
You're just jelly. Fuck you.
One of the best things about the game is it shows us what happens, what gamers will do when you give them a really good game and how far they can actually take it. So yeah, we're excited to show that to you guys.
All right, well, and who knows? Maybe you're in one world premiere tonight or something. We don't even know, right?
Who knows?
No, that's a who knows, and I don't even know that, actually. You
The
may not-
mumblings of speculations that just arose from this riotous crowd.
Exactly. You guys have been talking all night. All right.
Shut up.
Thanks very much, Troy. It's great to have you here at the Game Awards. We got much more of the show coming up. We'll be right back.
It's a pretty nice beard, though.
Yeah, it is.
But seriously, cut your hair, Baker. God damn you.
Those who have experienced Shadow
Man, what a great time it was in that game.
endless ways to play and limitless stories of vengeance to be forged. The following is
Oh man, it was so good.
many real stories from our community and recreated now for you. The first over killed me.
Yeah, so I would say without the Nemesis system, for me, Inquisition would be a clear winner.
Yeah.
The Nemesis system is what put, like, because even though Shadow of Mordor without Nemesis system would have been still a pretty solid game.
Mhm.
The gameplay was fun, the story was okay, the atmosphere was decent.
Yeah.
But the expansiveness of Inquisition would have outweighed that.
Oh my god,
just
yeah.
mind-bogglingly huge world and atmosphere, but I almost always side with something new to the table
Yeah.
when it comes to like deciding my game of the year, and this truly brought something new and like gave us a glimpse of what could be in the future, I think.
And whatever you think about that, like, how... I don't want to give away too much, though.
Whatever.
Just, like, how some orcs come back.
Yeah.
If, like, you burnt them, they'll come back with, like, a
With
big
burn
scar.
scars,
or, like...
'cause, yeah.
Oh, my God,
so
it was
good.
so
It was
interesting.
so good. And you can just imagine that as its first outing, Shadow of Mordor 2 is going to expand that system to make the orcs even more unique, more
Yeah.
like they're going to make it so much better than the first time. It's going as a first outing from a studio that didn't do anything major before this too.
Yeah, what
it
had they done before? It was, like, things that we
They did
weren't huge on.
Batman Gotham Fighter, that fighter game that was like
Injustice?
No. It was like a free-to-play, I think. Or maybe it was a $15 game. It was Gotham Outlaws or whatever it was. Nothing like that at all.
EA and Visceral. Steve, you guys have Battlefield Hardline coming out in March. We're going to talk a bit about. We've got a really cool music performance. But right now we've got
Imposters.
Gotham City Imposters, yeah. Okay. That's what they did.
Thanks, guys.
Watch yourself tonight. This drug war is no joke. Miami's gone to shit.
Huh, do you think Battlefield Hardline will actually have a decent story, maybe? What'd you guys think of Battlefield 4's story?
I don't know, that was trippy. Because we had sirens going here.
Yeah, and then we had sirens.
Yeah. So not huge on Battlefield 4 story.
That's why we always play Call of Duty on the show, because the stories are decent. Everybody always tells me, and I just taken their word for it, because I haven't played a Battlefield game, but they always say, like, the story is meh.
Yeah. It's the temperature I got from the chat there.
All-out war. And then you wrap it in the crime, drama, fantasy that we're creating, coupled with a single player that really focuses on interesting characters and player choice.
Give Hardline a chance then, because it seems like it's their first true attempt to create a narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're marketing it as a narrative this time around.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, at Visceral, we've really thought about how can we impact the Battlefield franchise by bringing something new, fresh, and innovative to it. And that was with single player. We really felt that we could dig into the great themes of shows like Justified and True Detective.
Yeah.
Really wrap the whole game in this crime drama feeling.
Yeah.
While really focusing on delivering.
You're gonna invoke True Detective. You better fucking deliver
and
then.
Justified?
And Justified? You better goddamn deliver if I play this. You just compared it to, you just set the bar goddamn high story-wise. I think that was probably a poor choice. Hey, when does Justified start again? Because the final season's coming.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And
I don't know.
But our multiplayer this time is absolutely crazy. It is the fastest Battlefield multiplayer ever. I mean, with modes like Hotwire, where you're actually zipping around a map, hanging out of windows, shooting
Why are you cold?
Trading paint.
Put it on my ear. My ear's hot.
All this stuff just makes the game
No, the other one.
fast and so much fun.
The other hand. Yeah, fuck it. It's not hot anymore. Cold anymore.
Yeah, this one's really cold. Just a little bit.
So I'm very excited to be here to actually
I never drank any of this.
Yeah, why haven't you drank it? I drank mine.
Welcome to our live commentary about the things going on screen. It's really boring.
All right, cool. Here's first listen to Jamie and Commons with Karma. Check it out right here on the Game Awards.
And I don't
know what to suggest to them.
Like it's clear Keeley has a rapport with everybody in the industry, and like he demonstrates that aptly every time he talks to any one of them, but I don't necessarily need to see that demonstrated, and I don't unless they have something to actually tell us.
Yeah.
You can't assume that the average audience member right now is interested in more details about the behind-the-scenes process of the music for Battlefield Hardline. That's something that I go look up separately if I'm a Battlefield Hardline fan, and like
I feel like they should be focusing on the awards.
The awards, the nominees.
Yeah.
So that we can all get excited.
Look back on the year.
A look back on the year, yeah.
Like this is a lot of like in-depth and nitty-gritty and looking to the future. Oops, sorry. I think that if it's a kind of like a yearly retrospective, then they should focus on that more.
Mm-hmm.
If they focused on the awards, they would be over in like 10 minutes, but they have, how many award categories do they have? They have
It wouldn't be over
probably, I don't know, like 20 awards. They have at least 4 nominees for
By
each.
that same logic, extend the awards by 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If the awards would take 10 minutes, then let's see the nominees for the awards.
Yeah, like I would like to see.
Yeah, that logic makes no sense.
I like the award segments that they're doing. Yeah, 16 awards. And then I think that on top of that, there's the 4 or 5 that were fan nominated. Is that correct? Or is it 16 overall?
The fact is, it doesn't take that long to show some clips and name nominees. And they could have cut any number of things here if they were keeping it under time.
Yeah.
Including the little spiel with the guy with the bong and some of the talking with like the extended, ridiculously long diatribe that the one indie got to go on for before.
Yeah.
And the trailer was too long. There's so many places where you could have cut down stuff. You could cut down this by a little bit to make room for naming the nominees for each award. There's just no excuse to me to stand at the side in a poorly lit area, not even on stage, and say, and here's the winner of the award that you didn't even know was coming up.
2 awards.
And here's 2 awards, and you won. And what do you think about that, Reggie? It's like, oh, yeah. Well, I gotta say, I'm Reggie. Oh, he really looks excited to get that award.
There's 16 awards, and then they're giving 2 of them, like, kind of off to the side, like.
The fucking highlight so far was Trey Parker getting his award.
Yeah.
That's
Started
about
off
it.
strong.
It almost feels like they were like spurned by enough people, given no shows by so many people that they gave the awards to people who showed up too. In a way.
It feels. Yeah, I don't know.
Like
talking about what they've been seeing and what they liked, what they don't like. We're getting all the feedback in real time from everyone, but we've got some amazing stuff. And yes, No Man's Sky is coming up a little bit later in the show as well. So stay tuned for all that stuff, including.
I'm glad Tabascus won too.
So thanks for tuning in. We've got much more show. But now
Kind of like it when they do that shit.
Back to the stage in a bit to,
Total
give some
Biscuit,
more awards.
not Tabascus.
Oh, sorry.
One of the things I really wanted to do was focus on the gamers. For a long time, we've had a lot of developers on stage. This year,
Something the Shadow Chet said, it's not terrible, not anything worth cringing over, and that's true.
Yeah.
But it's also very meh. And that's kind of, in a way, like I go back to what I said earlier, I'd almost rather have something to shit on.
But it's getting better.
Come on up here, actually, man. Come on up here.
I hope that he tries again next year. That's for sure.
Anoint you as the winner, actually, now for best esports player. People have been voting online, so this thing is yours, Nate Shaw. Congratulations, Matt.
I appreciate it. I'm sure a lot of people are surprised to see me up here, but I'm just somebody who grew up playing video games, and if you're a fan of Counter-Strike, League of Legends, Dota, Halo, whatever esport that you watch and support, I'm sure all the players are very appreciative of you guys tuning in every single
Wait, did he say Hearthstone? You fucking asshole! He skipped Hearthstone?
Very well said. Yeah, I mean,
That's still the game I'm competitive at! What do you think cold tea would taste like?
as a player, I mean, tell me, what is it like? I mean, it's your career, right?
Yeah, it is my career.
Not good.
Wants water?
No. I want a Coke. Do you have a Coke? Brought to you by Coke Zero. No, it's not. And don't drink this stuff. I don't want to be responsible for you guys getting cancer.
That's why I don't drink it.
Well, you're a great ambassador for esports. Thanks so much, Nate Shot. We're going to go back to the stage now for our next award.
Now, please welcome the frontman for Imagine Dragons. Here's Dan Reynolds.
Too many. Yeah, this is the thing. Are we gonna go right into another, the next musical number soon, or like he now belongs to League of Legends?
They let him off his leash for tonight.
He should have worn a nicer dress.
Thank you. This is our home, Las Vegas, and
But aren't they Canadian?
it's a honor to be here today. We have
I thought they're Canadian.
industry
Yeah, what the fuck? Oh, maybe it's their place now?
Imagine Dragons and this music band who deserves to be at
Travis said.
other places, but I assure you that we're about, well, ever since my mom bought us the Commodore 64 when I was young.
It's my first system
made
too.
the mistake of buying the Atari Jaguar as well.
Oh, dude. That's cute.
Alright, you know,
That he came out to tell that anecdote.
Rayman was good, I remember that. Yeah. But, ever since then,
Rayman was on Atari?
Ever, you know, my entire life. I love
As
games.
well, it's
Now I'm
Ubisoft.
at the studio. We've been
No, they're from Vegas.
right now, but we've been playing
That whole segment is going to be very confusing for people, where we talked about how Imagine Dragons is
thought he was
from
Canadian.
Canada. Are you thinking of Headley?
I told her we've been at the studio recording, so
Are you thinking of
we've been
Imagine
playing very
Dragons?
little League of Legends. Mainly recording, but
Huh.
They've been
Funny.
playing a little bit of League of Legends.
Very little.
Thanks for having us. I'm very pleased to be able to announce right now the nominees for the best sports racing game. So yeah, check it out.
Mario Kart 8!
Best sports racing game.
Sports/racing game. Alright, well, since EA doesn't innovate because they own the rights to make every sports game for everything, I guess the winner is going to be Mario Kart.
We never played that for Kyle.
Trials, once you've played Trials...
Oh, right, we actually
like,
did discuss.
It's Trials.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with new...
Which is hella fun when you're just, like...
Mario Kart 8...
zoning out.
Better win.
Fuck, yeah.
Best sport? Yeah, no, come on. It fucking has to win. If it doesn't... Oh my god. If, like, one of the EA sports games wins...
See, this is fun. I like this.
This is what's fun, yeah. It doesn't matter who the winner is, because it was just... somebody else decided it. But the fact is that we get to debate.
Yeah.
And get
Everybody
angry.
wants Mario Kart 8.
What are your guesses?
This guy's cool, I like
I don't
him.
understand anything you're saying. Mario Kart!
I really like him.
Yeah, me too. From that.
That was genuine, all of that. Does it have? Why does it have to be Reggie each time too? Why don't they have anybody else from, like, who actually worked on it or?
Yeah, yeah. Good, the right game won. Engage robot Reggie.
Aww. Yeah, I fucking love that guy. I think I'm a pretty big Imagine Dragons fan now. He was genuine and like he seemed like a real nerd.
The things that we believe in as a company is whenever we make a game, making sure that we bring something new, something different, something distinctive, and we feel we really did that with Mario Kart 8. On behalf of the company, on behalf of the fans, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I wonder if there's going to actually be anything from a major studio that's debuting something mind-blowing.
I don't know.
Because last year we got a teaser for Uncharted 4. What else did we get last year in terms of big things? Big announcements. No Man's Sky was indie, but it was a pretty mind-blowing announcement what he started talking about.
Yeah.
Tonight, all of us at PlayStation are excited to be here at the Game Awards to celebrate PlayStation!
Everyone from the PlayStation experience is there.
They like my shoes!
Well, they shouldn't be because Vegas isn't right next to Los Angeles.
All of this is taking place in Vegas.
This is in Los Angeles.
No. It's in Vegas.
What? I thought that this was happening in LA.
It's a great year for PlayStation, and 2015 is sure to be even better. And tomorrow and
Nope.
Sunday,
I looked it up today.
Hmm.
I wanted to look up tickets to see what we could have been at. And for how much.
we're going to let our fans go hands-on with a ton of upcoming titles, a lot of titles that maybe shouldn't even be played right now, but we want you to play them before they're ready. So tonight, I wanted to come by and give you, the fans around the world, a new look at some of our upcoming early 2015 games. So the first is The Order, 1886.
Oh, the order's gonna be cool.
Tesla!
That's gonna be fun.
Hard to deliver a rich cinematic experience like no other, set in the team's unique vision of Victorian-era London. We can't wait for everybody to get their hands on this game in February. But for now, let's take a look at a brand new clip.
February is kind of like the new November.
Holy fuck, right? It's not as insane as November, but there's something every week. At least one thing every week.
Okay, I'm actually really interested in this trailer. They're infiltrating a Zeppelin. Does that mean the Kraut's inside? I don't even know who they're against in this story. Do those look like Germans?
We seized the ship in the name of liberty. Isabel and I will do reconnaissance. We need eyes on the ground amongst the guests.
And imagine me with nothing to wear.
Everything seems to be running smoothly. Quite smoothly.
This is in-game. The lighting.
Not unforeseen these circumstances, has that?
He's so pretty.
Thank you. That game's looking awesome.
And there's lots of beards in it.
There are.
Show, which is celebrating its
But it's supposed to be letterbox.
I like beards. We'll see how they plan.
The show has been the highest rated sports game, and baseball is going to be even better next year.
Evil Within's letterboxing held it back because it felt like they didn't test it with the letterboxing on. It was cutting off important shit.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't cut off important shit.
From the Los Angeles Dodgers, Yasiel Puig.
I think that letterboxing in game can be done right.
Yeah.
It just it has to be tested and done right, and Evil Within kind of fell short on it.
If this was a Blue Jay, I'd be into it.
Yeah.
Actually, that's pretty fucking awesome. These shots.
Kirby Puckett?
So anyways, go ahead and roll that teleprompter. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Tomorrow, at the PlayStation Experience, we'll have a lot more to share with fans when we stream our opening keynote live around the world, including a huge reveal for a game that we're all very excited about at PlayStation, a little game from our good friends at Naughty Dog, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End.
Are we gonna... Oh, so at the PlayStation Experience, they're gonna debut the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Check that out. Our next
So are they gonna play it tomorrow during their opening ceremonies, I wonder?
That's what you just said during their opening keynote.
Okay, so we're definitely gonna be watching that live. Oh, I'm so excited for that. Oh my god.
Every decision in this game made by the player has real consequences.
What's until
Each playthrough is a unique
done?
experience. So here's an
We've covered it.
new look at
I don't remember what it is.
Oh, the one that came, like, the debut trailer, like, 6 years ago, and then got remade from the ground up.
Oh, right, this one. I knew it was familiar, but...
Oh, cool.
Nope. Not
So it's like a Telltale game, but with, like, 3D graphics.
Yep. Nope. Especially not with the clown mask.
Cool.
It is actually really cool and interesting.
Yeah. I guess you could also compare it to Heavy Rain.
Seriously? Lady.
Is there a light on? Or-
No, but... Oh. I don't like it. I don't like it.
That looks like a lot of fun to play with Becky.
No, it doesn't.
That looks like a lot of fun. I like games like this. They're so much fun on our show to
Yeah.
play, making decisions on the split second and like.
There we go. We got lots working up here on the Game Awards, including much more world.
It's great for our show because it's all about your reactions. It is literally about your reactions to every situation.
On the way up because next week a brand new Lara Croft game comes out.
The only bad thing about it is that you can't, with a game like that, you can't stop and discuss what's coming. I like that about Telltale.
Yeah.
Well, they took that away, actually.
Yeah. They just all got a free version of the
New Tomb Raider?
Tomb Raider. I think it's like a DLC that's coming out on Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here it is.
Well, no, it's this full-on game. It's
Oh,
not,
right.
yeah.
I keep referring to it as DLC for some reason. I don't know why.
And it's like mobile.
Is it last gen or mobile? Yeah, there's got to be something about it that.
Or maybe it's not mobile. What's the whole deal with it? Tactical? Oh! It's a team twin stick shooter? That's really weird for the Lara Croft universe.
Whoa, that is weird. It's a downloadable game, top down, mobile free game, not mobile.
Actually looks like it might be decent. A little bit of fun.
It's pretty good.
Looks like it could be fun.
Co-op. Yeah, I didn't think it was free either.
I wanted to play Gauntlet. We skipped that because I forget why.
Well, we were supposed to get some swag or something, and
Oh yeah, what was that all about? I remember giving them my address.
didn't get sent.
That's weird.
So we were kind of waiting for that.
What are we looking at now? Oh.
Destiny expansion.
A Destiny expansion. Will it make the game fun?
New story missions. New
Biggest disappointment of the year.
Yeah.
How did it do such a great job with the beta? No game has gotten me so excited with its gameplay and then just so disappointed with its content.
Yeah. It was a real bummer for you.
I was so excited.
Is that an award category?
Biggest disappointment?
Yeah. That's what they're covering right now.
And it's weird because like I'm used to hype disappointments, a game that's overly hyped and then it delivers and it's like, oh, they kind of fell short of their goals.
Yeah.
But this was clear that like on the technical side, it was quite robust. Like the gameplay was great.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like
they totally didn't expand it much from the beta.
Yeah, the beta was the game.
Exactly.
The beta was the
yeah.
game. It felt exactly like everything you were going to get out of the game. And the loot does not exist.
What the fuck? I want to look at what I'm getting. That's the best part of Borderlands 2.
Yep. Big ol' meh.
Yeah.
I feel bad for how many people I think in our audience that I like probably got. Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, that's the first half of the show. What do you think so far, Brad and Gary? I know, right? Only halfway done and already so much entertainment. I feel like I already got my money for it. Things are like that sometimes. Don't worry. I heard the second half is even better than the first. Ought to be starting any minute now. Hey, I'm warning you. Gary does not want to grab that, okay?
Cute.
Would that like enter into your game of the year?
Yeah, it would.
It was a damn good point and click.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. Point and clicks are fun on our show too.
By Imagine Dragons, and later the first ever Industry Icon Award. The celebration of games will be right back.
Yeah, only halfway through.
Vegas, so stay tuned.
Only halfway
Part 2
through.
is out in February.
February, eh? It was a thoroughly enjoyable little experience, Broken Age, but again, you can't, for me, like...
Yeah, I don't know actually if it would be in Game of the Year.
Yeah.
The producer and director of the Mass Effect trilogy.
When you said it at first, I was like, oh yeah, but...
For me, a Game of the Year for me is almost always going to be a AAA, a massive, ridiculous, over-the-top game.
The nominees for Best Shooter are all unique, but they do have one thing in common. You know, whether you're waging war in a dystopian future, or in a dystopian alternate reality, or on a dystopian planet, you're gonna need guns. Lots of guns.
It's almost like there should also be a oh, here we go. Some nominees. There should be an award for most influential game.
There really should.
Because, like, while I don't think that Minecraft necessarily should have won like Game of the Year in the year that it started up, it definitely would win that award. Is the most influential, like the most game-changing game, like, you know, industry-changing, shaking game.
Never Alone could be nominated, anyways. The native one.
Okay,
we haven't actually
doing
played
something
it, but
new by.
yeah,
Okay, I see what
I
you're saying.
desperately want to play that. I just think it's so interesting.
Because I personally don't think that. Oh, who do we think should win? I don't know. I don't care about any of those.
Far Cry 4.
Sure. Okay. I didn't have. I could go anyway on any of them.
Yeah.
Like in the year that they gave it to Journey, the best game, I don't think Journey deserved the best game that year. I think that it deserved an award like most influential, or most groundbreaking, or like, you know, something like that. I don't, in my like personal opinion, it didn't deserve the full-on game of the year.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was up against though. No.
Wow.
Journey didn't win? I thought Journey did win.
Everyone loves elephants. That's some
Are you sure?
competition, so,
Oh, it was best indie?
I'm a little surprised we actually won.
Walking Dead one.
Oh, shit. I don't.
Okay.
I don't remember. I guess.
You guys to tell your own stories in our crazy, messed up environment.
Oh, it won like everything else.
It's been incredibly exciting and fulfilling to see the videos you guys have been making of your own games, and to see you guys telling yourselves
Best experience.
So thanks so much to you guys.
That would be so fucking hard. Everybody experiences things differently.
Thanks to the teams. The teams, honestly, it takes a huge team to be able to make a game like this. And a bunch of people all over the world worked on Far Cry 4. This is your award. Thank you very much, guys.
Listen to his voice. Let's hold hands. No, please, can you hold my hand?
Because it's cold?
Yeah.
Put on a sweater.
No.
Stone, Heroes, Warcraft.
Fuck yeah. But it shouldn't win.
Against this one. I know nothing about it. Just look at that. It just looks. I'm rooting against this one. Sorry, Hearthstone, Warcraft.
Why? Conan's material, he doesn't have a lot of material.
This year, Blizzard Entertainment diverged from its established game types to introduce a free-to-play card
I now have 140 packs to open.
Heroes of Warcraft,
Wow.
featuring iconic Warcraft classes like Warlock.
I've probably spent like $500.
Freezer!
I probably have.
Freezer!
Hey, you know what Hearthstone's done? It
It's
got
taken
me
you away from
working
me.
out.
Oh.
It's gotten me to work out way more.
Okay, fine.
How much? How long does it take
That's
to
like a
spend
gym membership,
$500
then.
on a gym membership?
Yeah. All right, fine.
Thrill of playing a card game. Once again, Blizzard has redefined a genre and crafted an unexpected hit that is nominated for Game of the Year.
Plus, the reason I'm able to spend that much money in there, $500 in Magic, that's like playing Magic for 2 months. Avidly.
I'm glad you stopped playing Magic avidly.
It was expensive.
Fuck. That's where all our money went.
That's another
Back
reason
in
why I
Toronto.
love Hearthstone so much. It's a revolution in collectible trading card games, and I think that Wizards of the Coast is going to have to change. They have no choice, I think.
Super jet lag, and this is absolutely surreal. Because I'm usually in my bedroom watching the Game Awards at like 4 a.m. in Europe, you know, in my underwear, eating biscuits and watching Jeff Keighley. I know, it's not on the teleprompter.
Biscuits.
We'll just go through it, it'll be fine. Now, I'm here in person, like I said, it's totally surreal.
Nobody knows what he means by biscuits.
However, I am representing a really, really cool team. A team of people who are passionate gamers. So at the end of the day, yeah, come on! Yes! My people back in Poland. Like I said, our gamers.
Poland represent!
Because we
create games that we want to play, and that's the case with The Witcher. Geralt, come on! Now, so the reason everybody is back at home in Poland, both in Warsaw and Krakow,
I kind of want to read the Witcher books.
working on this massive open world,
Do it.
you know, and with
Because you know what? That's where it comes from, eh?
I didn't know that.
Famous Polish author. He's like their Tolkien.
Really?
That's what The Witcher
Oh,
is to the
jeez.
Poles.
Oh my god.
Yeah. How many Witcher books are there, guys?
you'll also
They're hard
play
to find in English.
someone else. Now I was asked to actually tell you who, but I'm a tease. So instead, what I'm going to tell you is that that character is in this exclusive video that we've made just for you. So please pay really close attention.
I want an update on Cyber, whatever it was that they were making. Remember that trailer?
What happened here?
Cyberpunk, I think they called it.
Its icy breath. Frost gripped the air itself. Ice clenched each heart. The village froze like in the heart of winter. If you'd have heard the cries, sir, if you'd have heard how a man can scream. Witcher, I was hoping you'd come.
You saw what happened. Only you and I truly know what all of us will soon face.
The Wild Hunt will know I found her when
I want to fuck every woman.
Just in general?
No, and Geralt. That's what I think I love so much about Geralt is like he's unabashed, like after the sex.
Elder blood flows in Ciri's veins, which is why the Wild Hunt wants to capture her. Geralt, have some dignity. You know how this will end.
Fresh has big dreams. So that white-haired girl was a female Witcher.
I'm back here with you guys from,
That's what we were supposed to pay attention to.
We've got Jon and Paul. Great to have you guys with us.
I don't know enough about Witcher to really get excited about the stuff I see in the trailers.
All the way from France, Jon and Paul. You guys worked on an amazing game this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, it's up for some nominations, right? Including a new category called Games for Change. About a game that has a message or a meaning. Tell us about this game. What did it mean to you guys? Why did you want to create this game?
We wanted to show that video game can also talk
Valiant
about
Hearts,
serious
guys?
things.
Who are
And,
these?
we wanted to touch people maybe with this, and it worked. It worked very well. It was important to speak about the story of humanity also. It's important for us.
Yeah, well, it's an incredible game, and it's definitely
Yeah, I
a
think-
different game, but we like to see that because we've got lots of action games, and shooters, and things like that. But what you guys do with that game is incredible, and I'm happy to be the one to tell you that you guys also received one of these tonight. Actually, not just one.
For what?
To get two for the best narrative and the winner of Game for Change, Dionheart. So congratulations, these guys, all the way from France.
Thank you very much.
Anything you want to say to close the book?
Never Alone was nominated for one of these as well.
Thank you all to be here with us tonight.
I think that, like,
And also thank you for the Valiant Arts team and our family. Yeah,
Aw.
it was really intense. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so
if
much.
Game for Change is a category that what I think it is, I think Never Alone probably would be a better
I think so too.
winner for that.
I'm very happy that they
All right, well, we've got a lot more
got
ahead for you
something.
guys,
But I think Never Alone, hands down, should have won Games for Change.
a game that's really surprised me. I think with the response to it, of course, I'm talking about
This War of Mine was also nominated.
that has been just blowing up this past year, and they said they wanted to do something new this year and come back with me and do something special in December. And they've been planning ever since E3 to put something together for you guys. One of the cool things this year is there are a lot of indie games that have really inspired me. There are a lot of amazing developers and companies really creative new ideas, and we showcased a lot of those.
Sounds like the No Man's Sky people basically give Jeff Keighley like a blank check on free blowjobs.
Yeah.
He really gushes whenever he talks about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's something that you guys have seen tonight, and you're going to see more of as we move forward, along with some big games. So right now we're going to take a look at another world premiere right here.
Man, I'm so disappointed with that presentation.
Yeah.
Like, I was so excited for those ones.
All footage in real time. Every atom procedural.
What?
Fuck off. Fuck off. Hello Games. Every atom is not procedural. You did not make a friggin' future prediction machine.
They said it. It's gotta be true.
Every atom. The hyperbole. It's real with this one. I love that track. So here we are on... Ooh. So this is one of many planets. Moving off to... Is this his fleet? He owns a fleet? I want to shoot down everybody. I'm gonna be an asshole in this game.
Oh no.
Go around stealing everybody's resources. You think that thing's alive?
Yeah, now I do. Actually, no, I don't. It's very still. That thing's alive, though. When is this slated to come out? He's probably said it like 50 times
I don't
by now.
think so. I don't think it has a date.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna...
Whoa, what the fuck?
What? What's that all about? Oh, you can, like, portals are built in, so you don't have to, like, put in a mod for them? Like in Minecraft? That's what it seems like. It seems like you can maybe, once you've explored a place, you can set up a teleporter to get there instantly.
Okay.
Maybe?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm only guessing. A Stargate of... Here we go. Peter Molyneux Jr.
Hi, I'm Sean from Hello Games, a small indie team working on No Man's Sky.
The bashfulness was charming the first time. Now it's getting
For the first time, just 5
nauseating.
you can journey through.
It's just, I think,
I'm Sean.
Ernest.
We're just a gosh. Real small team.
For us, since Jeff gave us the opportunity to show the game off to the world for the first time. I remember when I was writing the very first lines of code on the game, and I was listening to this track over and over again, Debutante. It's been the soundtrack to everything that we've shown so far. And now that band, my actual favorite band, are writing No Man's Sky the album.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is.
Featuring visuals from Mr. Div, explaining a little bit more about the kind of lore behind the game. Here to perform a never before heard track from that album. Can't believe I'm about to say this. 65 Days of Static with Superboon.
Another musical number.
They're giving you shit for calling him Millennia.
Guys, do you remember? I'm taking it for granted that you heard my first iteration on my calling him Molyneux. I said I'll reserve judgment. He's not Molyneux yet, but he's setting himself up to be.
Yeah.
He needs to deliver on everything he said, and he's been very out there with what he claims this game can do.
Yeah.
And it's hard to swallow.
It would be
incredible.
Amazing.
It's
if
hard
it
to imagine it's going to deliver. Hey, is that the... No, that's not. I thought the Imagine Dragons guy was helping.
That hairstyle's totally coming back, hey?
But, oh, is it? The whole shaved side and comb back? The Peaky Blinders style?
Yeah. Seems like it.
That's the only spot I don't have hair.
Look who's talking. Awesome posse. Nya.
So I just didn't I didn't come out at all. Molyneux puts out an inferior product.
What's worse?
if I feel like I can't meet the standards I set for myself, I just don't put it out.
And 5 years later, we're still waiting.
Awesome Posse will happen when the next Red Dead is announced. There, I said it.
Fuck. There it is. This music is very nice.
It's got a real Boards of Canada feel to it.
What the hell is Boards of Canada?
You don't know Boards of Canada? It's like this.
I only know classic rock unless you show it to me.
It's electronic, like ambient feeling, electronic.
Oh, and ska and punk.
Atmospheric feeling.
Yeah.
You know what would be an amazing band to have as the soundtrack to something like No Man's Sky?
What?
Fucking Sugar Ross.
Oh. That would be incredible.
That'd just be depressing.
Oh. But chill. Not
No,
totally
it's depressing.
But it's chill too.
Oh, it depresses the shit out of me. Like, no, it's the most melancholic music I've ever heard. Sugar Ross. Have you seen the music videos for Sugar Ross's music?
I use electronic music for my Becky Blow builds because we have, like, we're allowed to use that music for our show. If I could do it to classic rock and not get flagged for it, then I would. Sorry, what? Have I listened to Sugar Ross lately?
Yeah. No, have you seen their music videos?
I don't think so. I've seen the Chandelier Sia music video, and I love it.
Thanks, Chira, for educating people in the shadow chat. I have to reiterate, like, you know, this is all cool and shit, but you know, any amount of this could have been cut down for more on-stage nominees and awards.
Yeah. I can't. I feel so dejected.
Why is it called the Game Awards if they're not going to be the centerpiece?
Yeah. I'm so happy Valiant Hearts won, and so upset that
What a cool category!
none
Wouldn't
of the
that
other
have been
category,
too, like,
or none of the other
see
games
those-
in the category got even mentioned.
any airplay? Yeah, they
Yeah.
should have all been up there.
Yeah. I wanted Never Alone to get some love too. And it's not even...
We're definitely playing Neverlone on the show. It's just, you know, we're busy. Busy season. Becky's working on costumes for upcoming games.
Yeah.
And
Not
we are
for
going
Never
to do
Alone,
it though. And I'm playing Dragon Age. I'm not going to be feeling guilty for it. I don't give a fuck.
shouldn't.
I'm enjoying a game. I'm
And
indulging
I'm
in a
working
game.
whenever you're playing, so...
Yeah.
Scale evacuation. Gear up. We're going in.
What is this? Oh, Evolve. No. What is? Yeah, Evolve. Cool. This. I didn't get to. People sent me beta codes for this, and I tried to sign in to do a show, and it just wouldn't run. So I still am going to be completely fresh on Evolve, also in February. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, man.
What's this? I want a slot car game now. Could you imagine? It's just one button, or just the trigger on your controller.
That'd be hilarious.
You can't do that. This is cool. It's a cool little track here.
Yeah, it is.
Probably flaggable a track. What do you think this is for? Forza? No. The Crew? No. This would it? It looks like The Crew.
Well, it could be any fucking car game, right? Because this is real footage.
But what? This is in-game footage?
I meant no, like
Oh,
real.
you mean real life footage? I was like, what?
It could be for the next Mario Kart DLC.
It's Forza. This ad came out months ago.
Oh, really?
Oh, this is their
Weird.
actual commercial break, I think, then.
Oh,
This
okay.
is the, like, where they make their money. Leave your limits. Forza Horizon 2.
They encourage that we leave the limits, the speed limits behind, and safety limitations, and just fucking drive like crazy. It's a video game, so it's okay.
In the game.
Yeah.
It's real car commercials where that's irresponsible to suggest.
Moments away. And later, Sean Layton presents the award for Best Indie Game, plus more special guests. But now, here's another world premiere.
Best indie game is going to be one of those ones off to the side that they're like, yeah.
You think?
I hope not. I really hope not.
World premiere.
I don't think so, because they like announced it there.
This is an actual... I don't recognize anything here. This might be an actual... We were just talking about this? No. What is this?
What? Godzilla style.
Be the OG. Alright, that could be anything from awesome to shit. It's hard to tell from that trailer.
Totally.
Like,
Godzilla coming to PS3 and PS4 next year.
PlayStation exclusive Godzilla game.
PS3 and PS4. We're streaming live on
Never heard of that.
Network right now, so saying hi to all people watching on PS3 and PS4 and on Xbox 360.
Do we have...
and Wii U even.
It'll be interesting to see AVGN's reaction to that, or like him playing it, or a review. Wow!
Grand Theft Auto 5 is this year or last year? It was last year. Yeah, it was last year. They won the award for Game of the Year.
Remaster is this year. Obviously.
Including Bayonetta 2 and others. So we'll find out what's going to win Game of the Year a little bit later. But now we're going to look at our fourth nominee that we've talked about already tonight. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor.
You guys Google that Godzilla game? Has any info come out about the studio behind it?
For Game of the Year is Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. So you can tell this is a good game because on the back, a guy's just holding a head that he found. He found that head and he's like, "Where do I return this? Does anyone lose a head?"
Game of the Year.
It's got to be tough to be funny on the spot. Be funny now, man.
Sets the stage for the Shadow of Mordor.
Well, how do you do it, Fraser?
Set within the world of J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth.
Stand up and
You just got to get lucky.
Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Rather than a game based directly on a movie or book, Shadow of Mordor tells the tales of Talion, a ranger of Gondor, whose wife and son are brutally murdered.
Only you could accomplish such.
The intro of that, it was just amazing.
Story-wise, while the story wasn't anything mind-blowing, it wasn't a bad story. And I think for anybody who's a fan of Lord of the Rings, I don't know, I can't speak on behalf of mega fans of Lord of the Rings. They probably fucking hated it, because I'm the perfect middle ground. I'm fan enough, but I don't know enough to analyze every little mention of every little piece of lore in the game. Like, people are like saying...
You read the books, right?
Right?
When you were younger, you read the books?
I read The Hobbit.
Okay.
And I read a little bit of Lord of the Rings. But there was people saying stuff like, this game isn't canon. It's like, anything that gets created can be canonical based on who created it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if Tolkien's fucking son says it's not canon. They own the rights, and it's canon to me now. Everything that happened in there.
To honor people whose contributions have left a lasting impression on the game industry. As a kid, I remember my brother bringing home a brand new computer game. We booted it up, and we were blown away by its graphic and sound. You controlled an animated character moving along in a beautifully rendered world. We picked up objects, talked to NPCs, and solved puzzles.
Zelda.
Every facet of the game was utilized to tell a character-driven story in a way I've never seen before, and I instantly fell in love with it. That game was King's Quest, developed by Sierra.
I wanted to play that game so bad when I was a kid. That was my kind of shit.
Yeah.
Growing up in Israel, I barely knew any English, but I'd worked through Sierra's catalog bit by bit, sitting there with a Hebrew-English dictionary. I learned to read and write English just so I could play every King's Quest, every Space Quest, And when my parents went around, Leisure Suit Larry.
He learned all the good words from that one.
With multiple highly successful franchises, Sierra was renowned for pushing the boundaries of writing, game design, animation, sound, music, and with the advent of CD-ROM, even acting. Today's gaming storytellers stand on Sierra's shoulders. Tonight, we're proud to honor two visionaries who entertained and inspired countless of players and developers.
If you were to imagine the birth of
Oh my God.
games with graphics, you might picture a legion of undergraduates working in the basements of MIT or Stanford. But this fairy tale starts with a couple teenage sweethearts living on the outskirts of Los Angeles, California. In 1979, Ken Williams was working as a programmer, and personal computers were slowly finding their way into American homes. That year, he introduced his wife, Roberta, to a text-based computer game. Inspired, she conceived her own game with a story and decided it needed pictures. Roberta convinced Ken to program the game, which they called Mystery House, the first graphical adventure game for PCs.
Wow.
That's fucking cool.
Wow.
Intrigued me was the fact that since I am a storyteller, and I've always been a storyteller, was the fact that this was another dimension beyond just a book or a movie, the fact that you could interact with a story.
The couple's dream was to sell 10,000 copies so they could buy their own house in the woods. But not even they imagined the true potential of PC gaming. The independently published game proved a massive success. It was more than enough to buy their house, and it became the first building block in the company that would become known as Sierra.
This is good shit.
In less than a decade, the business created by Ken and Roberta exploded into a publicly traded company with over 1,000 employees. They were collaborating with everyone, including Muppets creator Jim Henson. Story and character development were at the heart of Sierra's adventure games. And the company continued to push technical innovations too, like voiceovers, real music, and more lifelike graphics. Sierra games tackled all genres,
Boobs.
like comedy with Space Quest, thriller with Gabriel Knight, role-playing adventures with Quest for Glory, and other pursuits with Leisure Suit Larry.
Unique industry because it's the only one where you can make this much money, have so much fun, and feel so good about what you're doing.
I think it was around 1984, 1985 that I started working on King's Quest, which has sort of turned into, a big hit.
Oh, if she doesn't want it, I'll take it.
Roberta continued creating and writing adventure games, most notably the blockbuster franchise King's Quest. And in a male-dominated industry, she provided one of the most influential female perspectives in gaming. Today, the industry has evolved, but Sierra remains the company that pioneered many of the technologies and storytelling techniques that are now industry standard. Some of today's greatest games are all built on a foundation birthed by gaming industry pioneers, Ken and Roberta Williams.
I've got more success than I ever wanted or ever really needed. And from here, if I can just make better games, make the home computer more productive, and put a home computer in every home, then I'll have done more than I ever wanted.
How, timeline-wise, King's Quest and Sierra's work in relation to LucasArts with the stuff that Tim Schafer was doing, where does it belong? Is it like at the exact same time or like
It is my honor
shifted
to
a few
present the
years?
first Industry Icon Award to the founders of Sierra. Please help me welcome Ken and Roberta Williams.
It was so interesting to get their perspective on the industry as it is now and what their favorite games are at this point. It's pretty adorable.
Yeah. Oh my god. What does she have in her hand? Sierra was first.
Yeah, but I mean by how many years, guys? Is what I'm saying.
Okay, thank you, everyone. I didn't get to see the video at the beginning, so apologies if this is reruns, but was almost exactly, almost to the day, 35 years ago, that I was playing an adventure game that was all text on a teletype machine. In those days, we had acoustic modems and 300 baud, which nobody here can relate to. But, you know, and Roberta saw me playing it and kind of took over the screen. And a few days later, she said, we got to go to dinner. And she took me to dinner and spent the evening describing her vision for what a game could be. And at the time, I was working on a compiler. I had this big vision of being the next Bill Gates, who wasn't Bill Gates in those days, but, oh, okay, she wants the award. You know, she spent the evening kind of describing this murder mystery while people at other tables were looking at us like we were wacky. And then she said, why don't you build it instead of the compiler? And I did, and then suddenly the company kind of grew and grew and grew. And it's weird to think that that dinner was like in November of '79, and I think we released the product in like May of '80, which a lot of the developers here know is a fairly rapid schedule.
Cute.
Especially with one programmer, one artist, and that's about it. But anyway, before I turn over to Roberta, I should thank, I guess, all the people of Sierra, all the fans, all the people that...
He's nervous. That's cute.
And, I don't know, we'll let her talk.
Oh, cute.
Well, I broke it.
So LucasArts kind of, he wanted to... There you go.
Oh, I don't have any hands.
Okay, sorry.
This is perfect.
You know. So, thank you everybody for coming, and then for the award from the Games Awards show, and I'm just surprised I'm here, and just can't believe it. If you guys can believe, it's been 17 years for me since I've been out of business, and time goes by fast.
Well, what's she been
But I
doing?
appreciate it so much. Everybody coming and.
Why be out of the business?
Well, I appreciate you too. Thank you so much. And sorry I don't have anything to show you. I don't have a game anymore. But although we do have, there is a new King's Quest coming. And I've had an advanced look at it, and it looks awesome. I do want to play it very much. And as such, I'd like to introduce the new designers, the designer and the producer for the game. And that would be Matt Korba and Lindsay Rostel.
What does being in your 60s have anything to do with being working?
My mom's in her 60s, and my dad, and they're working.
You can bet I plan to be doing this show when I'm 60.
Yeah.
I don't plan to be stopping when I'm 60.
They do fun stuff. Well, they think it's fun.
I have something to do first.
She's passing on the crown. Keep it on.
Yeah, you have to.
Keep it on. Fuck off. Keep it on. Ah. See? Oh, people booed, but then she put it on.
She looks cuter in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
First of all, I just want to give a heartfelt thanks to Roberta and Ken for everything that they've done for the gaming industry. I had the pleasure of showing Ken and Roberta the game a few weeks ago, and it is a moment that I will treasure forever. It was also extremely nerve-wracking. If we were going to do this, it was very important to us to get their blessing.
I guess she may have retired when Sierra kind of fell apart.
Everything that made the original game so special.
Because they kind of tanked, I think.
The humor.
Probably about 17 years ago.
And the sense of wonder. We wanted to make a King's Quest
Yeah.
that if Roberta and Ken were still making adventure games,
She could have retired with her millions.
in 2015.
I'm sure they made out okay, yeah.
King's Quest is my
Personally.
favorite game series of all time. Thank you. It's a scary task to take something so loved and make it new again. But I hope you'll be able to see the love we've been pouring into the game. With that,
They broke
I
apart.
am proud to be a part of Sierra and honored to introduce the new King's Quest.
I love all these people because they were so nervous.
It was pretty adorable, that whole thing.
Uh-huh.
So this is here's a fucking genuine world premiere.
Yeah.
You want to hear a story. It has been a long time, hasn't it? How about a tale you haven't heard?
Is that Patrick Stewart's
It
voice?
sounds a lot like it.
With luscious worlds of wonder, of
Or is it Ian McKellen?
fantastical foes, and caverns that could kill.
Yeah, it sounds close, but not quite.
This looks like a pretty cool adventure.
Yeah, it does.
So I would assume that this is all going to be gameplay-wise
They
Telltale-ish.
do have the fairy tale aesthetics down pat.
An astounding time.
It looks like my childhood.
That looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Did you play King's Quest?
a bit. My sister played it more. Like it has like a special place in my heart.
I played it
Watching her,
at
though.
somebody's house very briefly for a little
Yeah.
bit, and then it made me salivate because that was the kind of shit I was into. Like the kind of feeling that anything could happen. It's the same feeling that I'm experiencing right now with Dragon Age Inquisition.
Mhm.
You wander, you walk, you look at things. You're like, what's in this corner? You find a note and you try to like solve the riddle or whatever. Like that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So did you guys? Was there any confirmation who that narrator was?
It could have been just any guy who just kind of sounds like
Yeah.
them, though.
One of the big things that we've talked about with DD2 is to really make it more.
Seems like DD2 is sponsoring this whole thing because this is the commercial.
Yeah.
They haven't been very. Was the narrator, the announcer, clear that this is a commercial?
Not a. Oh wait, maybe
I think
yeah.
he said sponsor.
Yeah. No confirmation. Checking now. No information.
There's no information.
Okay. Thanks
So,
for
anyways,
looking it up.
who's making this King's Quest then? I think K-Shade was mentioning that
Sierra.
Activision / Blizzard owns Sierra.
Oh, okay.
So it's an Activision or a Blizzard game technically. Like in a way. But Sierra works under them. So and yeah, I forget the whole Sierra.
Sierra's team broke apart, but the company itself.
The thing dissolved kind of, like it got bought obviously, and like what was Sierra?
It wasn't K-Shade who was saying it, but it's Actiblizzard.
But it's Actiblizzard. So yeah, I remember. All I know is that I've talked to multiple developers at PAXs and stuff who are Sierra vets. And I can't remember the entire story, but I know I always get bits and pieces of these anecdotes about when Sierra stopped or like when we left Sierra. It's like it kind of all. I'd like to know the rest of that whole story.
Yeah.
The sad part.
So, what happened to your parents?
This is just an ad for last season.
I think so.
They are weak, and we are strong. It falls to people like
The old gentleman, an Activision subsidiary.
Did I talk to Metal Jesus? He was. I do remember that
Yeah,
actually.
we did
talk to him
about
about that.
I'm a Darwin's brother, all right? Some prosper, and some struggle.
I thought you said you weren't gonna hit me.
We have to make sure we talk over this music.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure over the course of this entire big long segment,
We ain't making any money.
we're gonna be actually. Now's a good time to actually just. No, then people would have to resync if I cut the segment. I'll just keep going. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Wolf Among Us Season 2 is coming out, is already out.
What?
I'm just trying to talk.
Oh. I don't even know if they've confirmed it's happening, but, well, it's fucking
I'd much. Oh,
Telltale.
you're
It
talking
could
about
be
which
out
one you
tomorrow.
would prefer.
And I'm Varric Tetris.
They're talking to us.
We wish to offer our thanks for this nomination.
And if you like what you've seen, please check out Hard.
You're plugging your book? This is a serious moment.
You do know why people play our games, right?
For our thought-provoking examination
Hey!
of the political cost of
That's why she
needs to
reads his
change her
books.
panties.
She's all about the romance.
I know.
I love the Oh, Lindsay Sterling. I love the constant references in the game to, well, Inquisition spoilers. Not really. They just hinted at it there. There's constant hints that she's very much into romance, well, tawdry romance novels, and even ones with pictures.
Yeah.
Like, basically just straight up porn under her bed.
It's amazing.
Why was there a guy walking around shirtless in the throne room in Skyhold?
I have no idea.
I could understand if they were in the barracks, but that was the fucking throne room. It was Cullen?
Oh my god, was it?
Fuck off, Cullen.
I didn't even notice.
Fucking hate Cullen.
Can I have a little bit more?
Yeah.
Thank you for
Oh
sharing.
man, nice. Oh man, that music. See, this is, yeah, holy shit. The song, or that main tune, that main theme for Dragon Age is real fucking epic.
Yeah.
What did she debut with? I was talking over it. Did she play Shadow of Mordor first?
I don't know. I was
Now she's doing Far
thinking about
or
Cassandra.
Assassin's Creed. Is Assassin's Creed in the nominations for Game of the Year?
I don't think it is actually.
Oh, this is still Inquisition. I don't recognize this song as much. Prodigy. That's a strong word. That's not a word that you should just throw around. Somebody said she's a
They were
prodigy.
asking though. Is she a prodigy?
Oh, I don't.
It's not nominated for Game of the Year. Yeah, because didn't Assassin's
pretty
Creed
awesome,
3 win Game of the Year? No. Did it? That was a long time ago. I don't remember.
All right, thanks very much to Lindsay Sterling for that great performance from Dragon Age Inquisition, which is nominated for Game of the Year, and it was brought to you by the guys at AMD, so thank you very much.
Prodigy is like whenever you're 5 and you can play like
Lionheart.
that.
Prodigies, that's not a prodigy. That's just practice. If she was,
Unless she was like that when
if she was a
5.
5-year-old dancer, and if she was, she would have been snatched up by
Ellen.
a long time ago. Prodigies often get recognized pretty early in their lives and get given a career path in, like, not YouTube videos.
Live right here on the Game Awards. Stay tuned. We're almost done. but
Assassin's
you do
Creed
not wanna miss
Black Flag one? Okay, yeah. For something else.
Now, please welcome the man who runs PlayStation, Sean Layden.
Runs
Best
PlayStation.
indie game.
Good evening, everyone.
This is our new Jack,
Game development is a
Trenton.
collaborative process, where countless hours of work are contributed by hundreds of people. But sometimes, a great game can be built by fewer people. Like, much fewer people. Like, not enough people to build a company baseball team. It still takes a ton of work, but thanks to crowdfunding and digital distribution, independent games are leading a renaissance.
Jack went on top. We can only all hope for a career like that.
He's trying his
What
best.
the fuck?
What the fuck was that?
What the hell was she wearing?
What did I just see?
Why is there a stripper in the fucking audience?
Did they need to fill it out?
Was she cosplaying, like...
Maybe.
Maybe it was a cosplay of, like, Mortal Kombat? It must have been a cosplay of Mortal Kombat or something.
Alright, Indy.
I think it was a Melina outfit.
Broken Age.
Katana? Same thing. Okay, so this is best indie game?
Yeah.
See, that should have won score. Not Destiny. I don't know.
Shovel Knight.
Woot!
Hell, I want to know if Mario Kart was in the running for best score.
We'll
up
never
next to
know.
Destiny.
Unless we look it up. Fuck, we need to play
We gotta
this.
play
It's
that
on
too.
Our list. It's on our list.
God damn it.
In Red Creek Valley, the secret.
This sweater matches that game. Maybe I'll just wear this sweater. You come up with your outfit for this.
Alright, got it.
Well, we want to return to Sherlock too. This is
It's on my fucking list.
up for 2 things.
I need to show you my list, actually. It was for mobile as well. What do you want? Transistor or
Transistor.
Broken Age?
All right.
We need to finish it too.
And the Game Award goes to...
I can't judge it because I don't know Ethan Carter.
Yeah.
Shovel Knight.
Holy fuck.
Really?
I loved Shovel Knight, but I don't know, like...
Oh my god. We talked to him for quite a while.
He's
he was
awesome.
He was at the fan gamer party and like waved at us, so excited.
He's a pretty awesome guy. He's a very friendly guy.
Yeah. Wow.
I remember at the fan gamer party, he looked like he was having a great time.
Yeah.
Basically because, like, PAX was like his it was like his end of the everything's done.
Yeah.
I can celebrate day.
Yeah.
So he was having a good time.
And they were selling out of t-shirts like crazy. Like people were just gobbling up their merchandise.
Wow, just thank you so much. This is absolutely unbelievable. You know, we'd like to thank our friends and family.
But voting with my emotions, I'd rather Transistor on that one.
Developing an indie game, just you know, every bit of energy that you have goes into it. So, thanks to our friends and family. You know, thank you so much
Although,
for helping us.
when you're giving an award for independent,
Indie program, I mean,
it almost feels like you need to dock points for a team of 50. Which Transistor had, whereas this is more true to the word indie.
Yeah.
Without crowdfunding, this would not have been possible. So thank you so much.
Indie. The word indie.
They needed crowdfunding to make it happen.
Yeah, and then I guess lastly, you know, just thank you to everyone for loving these kinds of games.
Supergiant might be smaller than 50. They might be more like 30.
When we were kids playing, you know, our Marios and our Castlevanias and our Zeldas, we just, I mean, we never imagined that we get to work on something like this or that it could come out and be successful and that everyone would love it. So I'm just so wonderful.
We should return to that too.
Thank you so much.
What?
Shovel Knight.
I played it a bit on my own.
Yep.
Too fucking hard. That game's goddamn hard.
Yes! Best outro ever! We good? Where's the producer? Where's the director?
Well, they don't know if all 3 of them want to speak or what.
Real estate agent who really tones her butt. Her butt is in incredible shape. She's not ashamed to show it either. Look at the way she's
Supergiant, 12
Oh, are you
employees.
seeing my bottom?
What?
Wow.
Holy fuck, was I wrong on that? I feel like there's more than 12 when you go to their PAX booth.
I know, right? That's fucking crazy. I'm really happy they won.
Yeah, I'm happy they won too.
Yeah.
I'm just demonstrating that my personal opinion of the guy that we think is awesome doesn't sway my opinion on what game I think should win.
Yeah.
Well, I also like Greg Casavan, so.
Yeah.
Result in stylized and richly choreographed battles. Bayonetta 2 is a lushly designed hack and slash game.
I can't say Bayonetta 2 deserves it.
Game of the year?
No, although it is, I can say that I do want to go back to it as well. I think that the cinematics were worth playing through with The story
kind
seems
of like,
fun and silly and over the top. I like the over top.
You know, it's the
crap.
fucking kid.
Oh, the
that,
kid
Like,
bugs the shit out of us, yeah.
I have no interest in it because I
Of the
can't
kid.
stand him.
Yeah, the kid was actually kind of ruining the story
Yeah.
for us.
So over the last 2 years, we've been crafting a massive online multiplayer experience that focuses 35 years after the zombie apocalypse and the fall of society. Factions of survivors all around the world have received coordinates.
Why is he got a Phil Fish fucking
It is up to you
Because he
shirt?
to collect them while facing off on the greatest threat in the zombie apocalypse, the human element. I am proud to present to you the first world premiere exclusive look at a human element coming November 25th.
I just don't think it's smart to wear a shirt so polarizing
controversial.
when you're coming out to debut your game.
Mm-hmm.
What's Human Element? Oh yeah, that game that Phil Fish supports. Isn't this that game Phil Fish is making?
Oh boy. It's hard not having commercial segments where I can chug my water.
Holy shit, this is interesting. Well, I don't think this is gameplay. Yeah.
Red barrel. Shoot it.
The Game Awards aren't done yet. Coming up, the world premiere of the latest installment in one of gaming's most storied franchises. Plus, the big award comes out as we present the Game of the Year. And a big finale with Imagine Dragons you don't want to miss. Live from Las Vegas, the Game Awards. We'll be right back.
What were my contenders last year? I'm thinking... What won last year? Last of Us, I feel like, was my, like, game. And the year before, I think it was Arkham Asylum that I wanted to win.
I've seen this trailer. This might actually be kind of funny. I played a lot of Eve when I was younger, too. Once again, you guys don't know me.
Make sure if you're ahead of the stream, you don't spoil stuff for us.
Yeah, guys.
So guys, here's the deal. They got their Prophecy fleet up, and then Razer also has an Oracle fleet. So we should have some interesting stuff about that.
Eve is way too daunting for me to ever even think about getting back into.
Yeah. What? You played Eve?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
I played a lot of fucking Eve. Like, I spent probably a good month playing through the campaign. And it was hard. I never got the appeal of Eve. You'll get it, like, I mean, for me, I can only, I don't know what it's like nowadays, but the original game was all about space loneliness. Pure space loneliness and the feeling of epic. Because you control a fleet, and gameplay-wise, the game was very much like...
So I'm carrying 100 times more than my ship is worth. There was pirates chasing me. This one guy chased me through like 5 different systems. I need to get the fuck out of this system.
So, it seems that multiplayer really has changed the game into something else.
For some people, that's might not be a big deal, but for me, it's huge.
Seller 4.2, pretty nice. Gonna produce 4 of them, 2 days, 19 hours, 11 minutes, 44 seconds. We can expect to make 8 to 10 million around there.
Eve is an MMO with lots of PvP bullshit.
So a lot different from what the Eve I played, which was just this really cool campaign where I think it was narrated. I'm pretty sure it was narrated, the campaign, and at least either that or I did amazing woman's voice acting in my head. Because I remember a woman's voice a lot throughout it, and I think that can just happen.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
You can just come out of hyperspace accidentally into a nebula and just wipe out your entire fleet. And the game has this really cool story arc of like, I think you're a fleet of people, like surviving people from a planet, and you're trying to just find a new planet, I think. And so you're floating in space with these like ships, kind of like a flotilla, like from Mass Effect for what's her name's people, Talia's people.
Okay.
And so you're nomads, and you're just trying to gang resources to grow your fleet and find a new planet. But then like this unknown force just starts hunting you, and like you're in the middle of this like routine mission of like the game's tutorializing you, and the tutorial gets interrupted by like these guys attacking. And I remember it being really
cool.
kind of provocative the way that they demonstrated.
Koreans.
Oh shit. Was it Homeworld then? I played both. Maybe it's Homeworld that I'm thinking of the most though. They're similar games, right? Because I played both. And maybe I played Homeworld more than I did Eve. And I just thought it was Eve the whole time. Eve was primarily multiplayer. Okay, so maybe I'm applying my experiences with Homeworld to Eve.
They look the same. Eve is online only. Give me the ear.
Whatever, I think I've proved my nerd cred anyways. I played Homeworld.
Bayonetta 2, Dark Souls 2. Dragon Age Inquisition. Hearthstone.
Nah, it doesn't. Hearthstone as a competing with those doesn't deserve it.
Shadow of Mordor.
It's either one, Dragon Age or Shadow of Mordor.
I want Shadow of Mordor.
Why is Mario Kart not even in there as in the running, and Smash Bros not even in the
I don't
running?
know, the panel of 25 didn't feel it was up there.
Dragon Age Inquisition.
Makes sense.
I'm kind of disappointed.
It's mind-blowing how big the game is.
Yeah, it's my number
expansive it
2.
is.
It's my number 2.
It's the true, like, and it really, like, encompasses what a video game should be.
Yeah.
It's so interactive. The story is tailored to you.
Yeah.
And more than any Dragon Age before it, it gives this feeling of atmosphere, and they've actually added an open world adventure component, so it makes sense to actually level up and get good because there's things to do.
Yeah.
There's 10 fucking dragons to hunt.
Yeah. That's really neat. There is so much.
But will their voices change while they talk up there?
Wow, okay.
It has its issues, and I took that into account when I considered it.
I have to thank. This is really a game. This is really an award that belongs to our fans that have stuck with us for a long time. This is an award.
He's nervous.
It's cute.
He has little hands
hard
too.
work forward into this game. Really, Aaron and I are just here as representatives of them. It's been a long journey. Thank you all. I'm glad you liked it as much as we did. Thank you.
I just want to echo what Mark said. I want to thank all the families who support.
Was this BioWare in Canada?
Their energy into a game like Dragon Age.
Up in Edmonton?
It means a lot to stand up here and represent them. And thank you all so much.
Because I think they only have one office. So this is like, I think, a Canadian
Wow.
Success as well.
Yes?
Yeah.
Shit, nice. Aw, Edmonton.
Oh god. He shuts down the music with his stare.
It just does.
Whenever I run into a Nintendo fan,
they always ask me one question. Hey, Ray,
Where's Mother 3?
tell me about the next
Zelda.
Can you tell me about Mother 3 and
Fuck
why
you
it's
guys
not
for
coming over
spoiling
here?
that was coming out. God damn it.
What happened?
They talked about it in the chat before we got there.
How could they be that far ahead of us?
I don't know, but they are because tons of people said it.
Let's head back to Nintendo headquarters in Japan to see what Mr. Miyamoto and Mr. Aino
Bad turbos. How can you be that far ahead? Why are you even watching us synced up with it if you're going that far ahead?
But I'm excited to see what you have to say.
So today, why don't we show a glimpse of how the new Zelda game is shaping up?
I think some of them might
They
have been
hinted?
guessing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So we must
Holy shit.
Right. I wanted everyone to see how beautiful this scene is with the setting sun.
Oh wow, he's climbed way up high.
Yes. Since this is such a huge world,
Oh my
I'm
God.
making a number of high places that offer great views.
So now you could decide where to go to from here.
Right.
You can see so far.
This is a good place to look around from. And if you see, say, a suspicious
Uh-oh.
distance, you might decide.
Hopefully you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
kind of
some
looks
fun.
kind of
New
glitchy.
type of beacon.
Not very smooth. That almost seemed.
This place is also marked on the map. Since Link is here now,
Oh my God,
this is
yes.
the distance he needs to traverse.
You can also zoom in from here, right?
You can by tapping here, and you can also zoom out and further out.
It'll be so nice to have that map.
Look, Shiggy,
That's what we were
you just want to
talking
play
about.
it then? Here, stop reaching in my fucking lap.
How far are we from here to the edge of the map?
Yeah, it would take a very long time for us to walk. Anyway, how about we try to go to the point that we marked on the map? Let's go.
Whoa. Oh, phew. Good to know you have a scout there.
Right, it played an important role in Skyward Sword. Now, it'll be a bit hard to reach our destination on foot.
I fucking love Skyward Sword. It was so good.
Oh, Epona. Long time no see. This is a densely wooded area.
Wow.
Yet, I'm hardly touching the control stick.
You're not touching it.
Yeah, and I won't hit any trees. Real horses don't run into trees very often.
That's true.
Whoa.
You shouldn't have to actually
That's
guide
fucking
the
cool.
horse.
Oh, that seems nice.
That's something that I think a lot of games with horses don't take into account, really.
Yeah.
Do a variety of things on the horse.
It's
Yes, you
interesting.
can really change the camera angle, for example. And you can swing a sword like normal.
Looks like it's really early on here. I think we're looking at
Yeah.
like a game that's 2 years out.
I'm sorry I yelled at you guys. I thought you were way far ahead. I have no idea how you guessed.
I
So
think
many
that
people
we
Zelda
talked
at the
over
same
a hint
time.
earlier.
Okay.
I saw apples growing.
You're out of trouble now, though.
Pick and eat them.
This looks a bit suspicious.
It's hard to tell seeing it off of a TV and then off of a TV compressed.
Oh, another one there. All
But
right.
this,
Oh, I heard a metallic sound.
That sound tells you that your arrow has hit the right spot and damaged your enemy.
it looks really early on,
And then in situations
what we're looking at.
Yeah.
You can bolt off the horse.
I love his sweater.
Whoa!
jumping, you can shoot.
That's fucking cool.
How do you have that ability?
And you're in slow motion while jumping off.
Why?
Yes.
Who gave him slow-mo?
Easier to aim.
What powers his slow-mo?
I don't know.
Destination from here.
Well, it'll still take about 4 or 5 more minutes, I suppose.
4 or 5 minutes more. Are you sure this will be released next year?
Yes.
What?
Staff members are working together and doing their best.
Maybe graphically it pops a little bit more when it's not.
What? Star Fox? You're asking me that now? No worries about Star Fox.
Oh, that's good news.
Star Fox will arrive before The Legend of Zelda next year.
What?
The way it uses the gamepad is really starting to feel good.
Oh, but before that comes out, we'll
Somebody yelled what in the audience.
Right you are. We've made a number of adjustments to Majora's Mask, and it now feels pretty good on 3DS.
Yeah, we made it easier to play without altering the feel.
I was fully expecting this to be 2 years away, and Star Fox hadn't even been. He hasn't even shown a fucking
Mentioned?
trailer yet.
Yeah, no, that's a world premiere. Totally.
It's taken 10 years, but the 3-day system is intact. And it's so accessible, you could even play while chatting like this. Thank you.
You guys are such losers.
Oh my god, cute.
It's weird because the world.
Thank you, Mr. Miyamoto and Mr. Aonuma, for that very special look at the next Legend of Zelda game, which will arrive exclusively for the Wii U in 2015.
Like, it was cool that he was running around and showing a lot of, like, distance, but it felt kind of sparse still.
So before
Yeah.
I go, I'd like to welcome longtime Legend of Zelda fans to the stage, Imagine Dragons.
And that's why I was guessing that it was farther out, because it looked like they haven't, like, really fleshed it out yet too much. Holy shit, it's Imagine Dragons Unplugged? Can they even do that? So, I want to see...
Do you hear what they're playing?
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool that you have, like, a major, huge band coming up on stage. This is indicative of where the generations are going. How this generation is growing up. And guess what? Move over. Video games are here.
Yeah.
We grew up with this, and now we run shit.
Yeah,
and we love video games. And so it's not your little side story on the news anymore. It's as big, it's bigger than film.
Oh, but it still is a side story in the news.
And when Jeff Keighley says things about how he wants this to become like the Oscars, then I think he needs to straight up make it the Oscars then. Like,
yeah.
He needs to make it more than just this little love-in, I think.
Yeah.
But again, somebody mentioned BAFTA in there, and DICE are both kind of, they're over the pond, but they're both closer to that.
This is cute, a cute collaboration.
It is. It's interesting how muted it is, because I was thinking this entire time, Imagine Dragons is coming up. They're like the most like over the top, like
big rock, like fireworks.
Fucking tom-tom drums and shit. Like, I was expecting that. It's cute that they ended it like this.
I imagine they'll
Do you
have
think?
a big rockin' song
I'm gonna bet
after.
against that.
Oh, well.
Mm-hmm.
The loser has to clean the toilets.
I'm not gonna do it right.
What, actually clean the toilets?
I won't be very good at it. You should just do it.
No. You're not gonna clean them.
I didn't bet that. I didn't accept the bet. Nice.
Loser has to kiss the winner. Ew. I didn't sign up for that.
I still have to take a bit of issue with Nintendo on this. The whole... Like, the debut that they showed us for Zelda during E3 was pretty cool. The way he was like, what's behind me is the game. And then it, like, suddenly transitioned. That was cool hype building.
That was really neat.
But on the other hand, there hasn't been much since then. And I would like, when a new Zelda's on its way and it's coming out next year, I would have expected to this point to have seen a bit more hype.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
well,
just give us a bit more. We love it, Nintendo. Just give us some more hype. I guess. But they like to package it all into their directs and have you get it when they precisely want you to have it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Star Fox, there's absolutely no hype behind it besides the name Star Fox.
I thought that was fucking awesome.
It was really cool.
You're asking me about Star Fox right now?
That was planned.
I know, it's so cute though.
Pretending that he didn't know it was coming. What's
just one of their songs.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, I was like, what Zelda song is this? Gerudo Valley? This is probably flaggable, right?
Oh god, probably.
We're gonna get hit with something somewhere in the thing.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to clean the toilets.
Very not. Maybe League of Legends owns the rights to Imagine Dragons playing crazy over-the-top stuff.
Maybe.
Maybe they don't own the rights to their Unplugged. So this is the only way that Imagine Dragons can work in any other capacity.
Yeah. I'm sure
So-
live music can be flagged, right?
I'm sure. Overall, like if I had to give the whole show like a rating out of 10, I'd say they maybe hit the 6 mark.
Yeah.
It's not below par, but it is far. There's so much room for improvement.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just gonna say. Is like,
I've
it's
gotta-
a good like starting ground for this new thing that Jeff Keighley's doing.
Yeah. I wonder if Jeff Keighley's the one to now spurn advances of advertisers if they approach after this. What if Viacom comes back next year and says, "Hey Jeff, let's do it again. I think we're ready to go back to it." Will he say yes, or will he say no? We're doing this again, and we don't need Viacom. What's his relationship with them, and is he contractually obligated in any way to them?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah, I feel like 6 sounds right to me too.
Yeah. Lots of room for improvement. There you go.
Nice.
Never animated him before. All right.
The Sierra thing was really cute.
That was a highlight. That was a big highlight.
Yeah, amazing.
Trey Parker coming out was a highlight.
Yep.
What's his name was funny as usual. Tim Schafer was funny as usual. The digs at celebrities was interesting, especially awkwardly piggybacking Sutherland.
Yeah.
Which you have to wonder if he like wasn't even keeping in mind. Like Kiefer Sutherland just came out here, and he's a big celebrity.
Also, super interesting that he's the only one that they had the whole show.
And that he came out specifically to talk about how he appreciates video games and has to convince his friends why it's to be appreciated.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Schaefer comes out and pretty much makes fun of that exact fact.
Yeah. Lindsay Sterling was awesome.
Yeah, that was a decent little thing. Like, I mean, that's the thing. Lindsay Sterling was awesome. This little bit was awesome. The guy with the lasers was awesome. It's cool that they had the chiptune guy on the segways. As awesome as all that was, none of it should take precedence over listing the nominees for every award category. There's no excuse to me
absolutely
to have people over the side. And like somebody, and I don't want to keep, I don't even know who said it. I don't want to keep harping on you, but somebody said if they focused on the awards, it would only take the show would only be 10 minutes. But again, once again, I have to reiterate.
She said that she like completely underestimated that timing.
It doesn't matter. I don't care. The fact is, they could have found the time to name the goddamn nominees.
Thank you to those guys. That was a really special moment. I appreciate the band doing that for us. Well, that is going to do it for the first ever Game Awards here in Las Vegas. We hope you enjoyed the show. We had a lot of great games, a lot of great awards, a lot of great news. Dungeon Defenders 2 is #1 early access on Steam. We're breaking records on YouTube and Twitch for viewers of a show like this. So thank you so much for watching the show. You can use the hashtag #TheGameAwards. This has been a crazy experiment. I appreciate everyone in the industry supporting it, the fans for coming out, and those of you online for watching.
I like Conan.
Good night.
Somebody's saying like Conan's shtick is being out of place with video games. I like him. I've seen bits of his segments as Clueless Gamer. The aggressively curmudgeonly Conan, and I know it's a shtick, is tiresome to me.
Yeah, I feel like I
don't
easily could have done without it for
Yeah.
this. Because was it specifically, it was made for this, right? I don't know, I also really, it put me off that he was chewing gum.
It is funny that old media Conan is like sort of, as much as I like Conan, a little bit of the mascot of the begrudging old media bowing down to the fact that this is now popular.
Yeah.
His segment, Clueless Gamer, has become the most popular thing he does, and he doesn't like video games. Like, he is, one of his most routine things is his whole "I'm a nerd" routine, even though
totally.
he literally is a huge nerd, but not for video games. Almost, you know, like everything else.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that man didn't grow up a nerd.
Yeah.
But yeah, like one of his biggest shticks has been taking digs at nerds and doing the whole low-hanging fruit thing of that I hated Joel McHale for.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just find it a little bit tiresome. But whatever.
Yeah.
Chewing gum was the worst part, I think, of his whole part. He seems to be liking them more as he goes on.
I haven't seen any of his Clueless Gamer things.
I've seen bits. I can't. Usually, I'm not interested in seeing too much of it.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel
because usually
like
he has like fucking the game like 5 days ahead of time, so I don't want to see the game before I play it. Anyways.
Yeah. From the whole awards show, I feel like all of the Jeff Keighley segments off to the side could go for me.
They should be brought on stage.
Yeah.
It's where they should be.
Yeah, I found the whole
I think I know what he was
side.
going for. He was going for like this casual feel of just developers hanging out and relaxing and a celebration of gaming, but then I don't know that it should be called an award show if that's what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe it should just be called the game show or the video game
appreciation. I think that announcing new things coming up doesn't make sense in this platform.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he wanted to do, he really wanted to bring some of that into it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's necessarily appropriate.
No, I think it works.
Yeah, this year in video games?
Maybe. I think it works, though. I think announcing new things during an award show is good.
Yeah.
It adds, like, a real, like, something to look forward to, because, like we said, I don't give a shit what decision they make in terms of who wins.
Mm-hmm.
We're only here, the reason I want to hear the nominees is because what's fun about award shows, just like the Oscars, I don't give a fuck who they choose as the winner. I want to hear who they chose so that we can all rage about it. We do give a fuck, and that's the thing, is like, I don't give a fuck, but I give a fuck enough to watch, and so that we can have fun yelling about it, and saying why we're right and they're wrong.
Yeah.
That's what, to me, that's what award shows are for.
Yeah.
Is they're that little debate during the nominees, who's gonna win, like it matters, and then it comes, and then you can like debate why or who was wrong.
Yeah, it's true. Just said I think they really misused the world premiere.
Oh yeah, that was very poorly used throughout.
Tag.
The first world premiere was showing footage for a Nintendo. What was it?
Majora's Mask.
Yeah, Majora's Mask. That was announced like, a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Xbox was like barely in there. It's true. They do sit on the panel. Xbox. I don't know why.
So Reggie was on the panel?
Actually there. Reggie, like all of the
I thought that every
people,
panelist has to admit to have played everything that they judge. And you can't tell me that Reggie has played through Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought that
maybe they're on like a special panel or something, and then the 25 actual panelists are people who have played through everything, like actual journalists.
Because as much as people like to like shit on the previous award shows,
Okay, Reggie
including myself,
wasn't judging.
Okay.
Okay, so they're like...
Including myself, who would like to shit on the VGXs and the Video Game Awards before that, I have to reiterate the fact that last year I told the guys this. Like, we all think, like, who the fuck is Spike to say who the awards... Their panel is substantial.
Yeah.
Their process for deciding the winners in those years was very substantial. I forget the number of people, but a shit ton of journalists from around the industry.
It was 28.
Last year?
Yeah.
I thought it was more. I thought it was like 40 or something like that.
I'm pretty sure.
Anyways, still 28 is a huge number of industry professionals deciding.
Yeah.
What's the Oscars? It's like the Oscars, the Academy, it's comprised of like 300 professionals. 28 this year as well? Okay, I thought it was a bit more than that. But anyways, the fact is that's a decent sampling of journalists and industry professionals to make a good decision about what deserves to win.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's a decision by council, but that's the point of it. So I don't think that the winners have ever really been the issue or the awards have been the issue, but this year they became the issue, I think. Of all years, the awards have become the issue that was actually the downside.
Yeah.
The awards themselves. When in previous years, that was like the only thing they were getting right was like the awards.
the 10 advisors. So
plus 10 advisor
was
positions.
Reggie in the advisor? Is that what, like...
He must have been.
There's a section... yeah, he must have been.
Regardless, I hope that next year... I hope they do it again. I hope that Viacom isn't involved again. Unless it's... fuck it, I don't give a shit. I'll still watch it. And it'll be just as good for me if Viacom's involved again.
Yeah.
And they can get, you know... Here's hoping to Video Game Awards 2015 by Viacom on Spike, hosted by the cast of Big Bang Theory. Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. I hope so.
Yeah.
I love that they didn't do too many celebrity things.
Oh, and
like,
Ariana Grande.
Okay.
Also.
Okay.
Hosting. Is that how you say your name?
Yeah. I'm glad that they didn't try to do all the celebrity things that they did last year.
Those are fun, though.
You know, you thought they were fun, but...
Yep. So, like, to date, like, as much as I appreciate what they're doing industry-wise, as far as entertainment value goes, to date, the best video game awards show of all the years they've done them was, I think, Sam Jackson's year.
Yeah.
That was just a train wreck. A beautiful fucking shit storm of a train wreck.
You made an incredible edit.
Rehashing that on the show
God, that
was a lot of fun.
so fucking amazing.
And it sucks that, like, I take pleasure in that, but that was fun, shitting on that. That was a horrible, horrible thing that they did to gaming. And we all got to bond over the fact that they did that to us.
It was awful and awkward and... Oh my god. It was 2 years ago. So, 2012.
So I guess that's the end, and I'll put this up on the YouTubes. I think that now I'm going to do a little bit of...
Do you want to teach me how to play Hearthstone or what? Or do you just want
Someday,
to play?
maybe.
So not
I'm gonna
right
be
now?
playing. No. Today's about the new cards.
Okay.
I know. I'm gonna make a Hearthstone show where I guess I have the guys. We need like an encore to the Magic show, and it should be Hearthstone this time. I feel like now I know enough about the game that I can like do another Magic show. It'll be fun. Where I'm really passionate, and they all don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Did they post the Zelda U gameplay?
Oh, cool.
We could look at it right now again. Did they?
I feel so bad for yelling at the chat.
Is it up on the... Is it up on the YouTube?
No, it's not up.
Okay, so where are you, BRB, going to watch Zelda U gameplay? Where are you seeing it? You got an exclusive? Unless you're just talking about watching the recording that we just watched with... Yeah, I don't see anything here. Because that off-screen footage was terrible. Like, and I think they purposefully didn't want us to see it up close. I think it's probably still rough around the edges.
They're so controlling about their...
And I thought
that
was the other reason why they were showing it like that. I thought the whole idea was...
Yeah, the recording.
They didn't want us to see it up close because it was rough around the edges, and hence we wouldn't be seeing it for another 2 years. But, alright.
They were watching the recording.
Yeah, there's not much you can glean from what you saw there. I mean, well, maybe without us talking you could get a little more info, but...
So, are we watching the PlayStation experience?
Yes. What time is it tomorrow?
Yeah.
How many hours from this moment is the PlayStation show? We will do that.
It's 9 o'clock right now, p.m., and it's at 10 a.m., so in 13 hours, get some
I'm going to take
sleep.
some pills then to get to sleep, because I kind of stayed up all night last night, couldn't sleep. So I need to...
14 hours from now? What? No, not 14. Quasi, you're crazy. You don't even know. Aren't you an accountant teacher? You're crazy.
So Toad might have to wait. Like what we're planning on watching that, then doing Toad, and then having a show with the guys that night.
I think that.
And they can't do Sunday.
No.
Maybe we should do Toad on Treasure Tracker on Sunday then.
Okay, that would make more sense.
We would have done Treasure Tracker today.
You know what was announced today? Lisa on December 15th.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Oh, okay.
We would have done Treasure Tracker today if I hadn't fucked up and stayed up all night.
That's okay, sunshine.
Sometimes I can't sleep.
It happens. Okay, so we're gonna wake up, do the show. Oh, you'll probably, possibly.
I mean, if it wasn't for this today, we would have done Treasure Tracker during this segment.
Yeah.
Or this time slot.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
show tomorrow at 10 a.m. And then in the evening, maybe 6 o'clock, we're going to do
The show with the guys. Who knows? Maybe I'll be up to
Deacon
Toad
and
Treasure
Kyle.
Tracker in the middle of the day tomorrow. We might. We'll see.
We have Deacon and Kyle tomorrow at 6 p.m., I think.
Okay. We'll take a break here, and I have to just set up this this show for encoding, and then be back to go live with Hearthstone in about 15 minutes. So stick around if you want to watch me play the new cards in Arena on Hearthstone. Here, I'll jump in so you guys have the Hearthstone music while I'm gone.
Oh, yeah, I love that. PlayStation Experience is the event that they're doing, and they're having like their keynote opening the event in Vegas tomorrow morning.
Welcome to
I'll be in the chat.
All right. Okay, guys, I'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Bye, guys.